that like button. Double tap that screen, throw a dog a bone. It's free. Salute everybody. In the building, out the building. Salute everybody. Everybody, salute. Salute everybody. Salute. Double tap that screen. Throw a dog a bone. Belt to ass. This ain't just a magazine. It's a movement. The American Pit Bull Terrier. Real dogs, real yards, real history. From legendary bloodlines to modern breeders, keeping the flame lit. Yard spotlights, breeding knowledge, controversy, culture. This is for the ones who walk it like they talk it. No fluff, no fakes, just dog man, dog woman, and dogs. Grab your issue now, support the culture. Because the legacy don't live online, it lives in print. Guess who muted? Guess who's muted today? I hate when that happens. Salute, where we at? We in there? Where's my volume? Where's my volume? Where's my volume? Give me a thumbs up if you hear the volume. Okay. Okay. This is what I do. This is what I do from time to time. I forget to push the button. We can't cut out the middleman like that. Oh, yeah. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, fellas. Everybody want to be a breeder, but who keeps score? You know, this game, it's real easy to gloss over 12 breedings that you did. That you didn't like. You didn't think they were good breedings. You were fucking with the wrong guys. You were getting the wrong stock. You know. Then you had one good breeding. You want your name implicated with the greatest. It works like that in some people's world because we live in a world where you can have a whole interview with a guy and he won't say anything about a breeding that he did not like. Right. There's nothing on this yard that you really do not like. Everything is this. Everything's the best of this. And it sounds like somebody I know. Well, I don't know him, but sounds like somebody in this world. Nothing is bad. Nothing didn't work out. The guy that got 10 dogs, all of them worked out. Like, how do you do that? I don't understand. You know, I've had dogs prolapse. I've had dogs do different things to where this dog isn't sound enough mentally, physically. The energy wasn't there, right? Back in the old days, dogs took too long to start up or didn't start up at all. A lot of times that dog would have been exiled from the program. Okay. Todd Green, I see you, brother. You rock. Bank statement. What it do, man? So we're not keeping score. That's what I see. That's what I see. I got a guy, you know, I mean, you could say he'd been an understudy for a while. A lot of dudes, they tend to want to branch off because, you know, there's money in this shit. I'm not going to be the guy. I've never been the guy that sat up here and said that there's not no money in this shit, you know. So dudes, they'll get their stock, but then they kind of want to, after they figure out the ropes, know the transporters, know kind of how shit goes, you know, they want to do that shit on their own. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. You know, I'm the same way. You know, once I figured this shit out, I knew what I came in this game for. Right. I've accomplished many different levels to this, and now it's time for me to branch off and do my own thing. Now, sometimes people branch off prematurely. Right. They branch off prematurely. They have a very good situation to where they're getting all the visibility and everything, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's solely based off of you. Kind of. I say this. I arrogantly say this a lot, you know, because I go through this shit too. Some dudes won't even admit that everything that they have now, every acquaintance that they have, the respect that they have, all of that, you know, is solely based off of your affiliation with certain dogs, you know, that, you know, may or may not have bred, or, you know, you just, you know, it happens, dog. We're talking about cutting out the middleman, right? So that's called a middleman in this situation. There's a guy that you fuck with that people are going to hang on to you to try to get access to that. That's the best avenue to get access. So you're going to get a lot of guys coming your way. A lot of guys, right? But as years go by, those dogs get old. Some of the stock that you bred gets old. This outperforms, you know, the performance side dwindles from age, from wear and tear. Right. And then because you want it to be, I don't know, you want it to sever. So now it's on you to create that same level of success. You know, you're getting dogs, these dogs. Old timer told me every dog on this man's yard gets a pass except for the shit that I bred. That shit never gets a pass. Mm. I hear some of the excuses people make. Why this dog isn't a show dog? Why this dog isn't this? And this blood is this. Okay. We cooking, Nino. We cooking, man. Getting it in. Why isn't it working out? Why this? Why that? Why is this dog 4 or 5 years old and he hasn't produced anything, huh? Hmm. Don't just show the dogs that you didn't breed. You call yourself a breeder. If I call myself a breeder, at that point, I will not be stepping on the stage with shit that I didn't breed. Okay? You might have a good dog. You might have this. You might have that. If Nike goes to a convention, Nike makes shoes. Nike makes sports gear, socks, t-shirts, underwear, hats, right? Gym bags. When they pull up to the convention, they're not pulling up with something that somebody else bred. They're not pulling up with the middleman shit, bro. And some of you dudes that say, "Oh, I'm not a breeder." If you've done 3 breedings per year, for 3 years straight, you're a breeder, dog. You're a fucking breeder. I don't want to hear that. My homies are nothing. None of you niggas. I don't want to hear it. You're a breeder. There's been breeders in the history of this game that have bred a breeding or two every other year, every year, 2 breedings, 2, 3 breedings, and they were perfectly sustainable with their stock and comfortable with what they had on their yard, that they could actually have the ingredients to cook. Right? You're cutting out the middleman. Everybody wants to be a breeder, but nobody wants to keep score. So since we got all these guys making 5, 7 breedings, oh, I'm not a breeder. Okay. You're just not a good breeder. You're just not able to put dogs together on your own and make anything significant. Okay. You're not able to sever from the middleman and be successful. You know, just like Hove said, everybody said they made Hove. He said, okay, make another Hove. Right? Take yourself out of that situation. What do you have? I tell people all the time, look at your yard. Just look at that motherfucker. And when you blink your eye, everything that you didn't breed disappears. Poof. What will you have? Are you sustainable as a breeder, or are you just let me see. What word could I put right there? I'll get back to that. Right? Smash the like button. Milltown, what up, brother? Hey, hit me on the back street, Milltown. This is important for people that actually want to be better. If you just want to come to these shows, and there's a lot of them. Now they got Blues Clues on in the morning, Teletubbies, Blues Clues. Like, goddamn. Nobody really watches that shit, but fuck. Why? Okay. You can go somewhere, sit down and learn. This is a different type of situation right here. This Buck City shit, this shit's different, right? This is the accelerated program over here. We're not talking to the soft-hearted, mediocre motherfuckers, dog. I'm not. You want to hear some beginner shit? Or you want to hear some level up type of shit, motivational shit? You want to keep listening to these lies these motherfuckers tell you? Or you want to get the real deal? We're keeping score, dog. You're breeding these dogs. You need to keep score on what the production is. That's important. It's important when you're cultivating your yard. It's important when you're trying to be sustainable. Because I can remove 8s and 10s out of my program and still make more 8s and 10s. Not buy an 8. And now that he's getting older,
I don't have anything that I bred that the wizards didn't have their hands in, or you didn't buy it from somebody, that is sustainable, right? Whatever arena that is, whatever arena you're in. We don't talk about any animal cruelty, dog fighting, adventures, anything. We don't do none of that. We're just talking. We leveling up, right? We leveling up. Okay. So it's important that you keep score so that you can see the progression. You can see when you're really ready to be out there. Everything looks easy, right? Tell you all the time. You could look at a pedigree and what somebody tells you, but unless you've seen that animal with your own eyes, then you are going off a pedigree. Okay. And a lot of us do this, and we all get up on here. Oh, I don't go off no pedigree. I don't all this bullshit. You never even seen that fucking dog before. So you are going off a pedigree, dog. You're going off a pedigree or what somebody told you. Right? Right? Don't breed. Your bitch coming here, you feel obligated. You feel obligated. Let's just keep it a buck. When that bitch comes in heat, you feel obligated. Because you feel like you're a breeder and people are supposed to respect you, and how all the other breeders got their recognition is by that. That's the way they got their recognition. Right? That's how they got it. They didn't work hard. They didn't put time in studying, seeing what the product is, going through there, checking it out, taking a trip, going to see that dog for yourself. You want to run these type of dogs? Too many dudes saying they want to run this type of dog. And then just, oh, who got that? Oh, he got that. Oh, I'm gonna go. You're tripping, dog. Put some boots on the ground like that little light-skinned girl. Put on some clothes that you can get dirty in. These dogs is going to be a journey. The COVID breeders are gone, but the guys that feel obligated and still want to push product on people is still there. It's not for a pedigree. Damn if it isn't. Damn if it isn't, man. You're not fooling me. Right? So 5 years pass, 6 years pass, 7 years pass. One thing that hasn't changed, two things that haven't changed. And this is that alley you don't want to go down. You still haven't produced no good dogs. Right? And you still making your quota and feeling obligated when those bitches come in heat. Salute to the ones that understand it. It's not just sticking two dogs together, right? Just because you see a dog man do a breeding doesn't mean you know. That's not the best breeding that you can do. That's not the best option. Just because it's on your yard, you got to go out of your way. To get things done, man. Dudes are buying pups just off of pedigree. Oh, I got some boozer bark shit. Oh, really? Somebody that ain't produced shit. What are we doing? You could go guess yourself. You should be able to look at a pedigree and know that this dog hasn't bred. This dog hasn't fucking did shit. Pedigree don't matter. These guys say pedigree don't matter. Bullshit. If I look in that pedigree and I see that this motherfucker is a 2.5 and he's a motherfucking grandpa, a great grandpa, what are you talking about? Pedigree don't matter. Cosmon, Cheap Aboriginal, HV, salute, brother. Nino, what up, brother? Dogman TV, salute. Double tap the screen, y'all. Help the algorithm. FD81, salute, brother. Ty Green, I see you. Let's go. Yeah, because that's what they do. That's what they do. But my thing is this: if you do that, that's fine, but keep score. But who keeps score? You got to look at the title. Do that. Do those breedings. You go over 3 in 3 years, you're a breeder, dog. You're not going to be able to just get on the sideline because I got to look at you for who you are. Because you could do 14 fucked up breedings and then you got this one breeding and I want a dog from you, right? And somebody will say, well, those 14 breedings don't have shit to do with this breeding right here. Well, yes, it does in my eyes. Because if you did 14 fucked up breedings that didn't work, that lets me know that you don't have a concept of how to put these dogs together. And you just think that just because you buy 2 dogs that you can breed them together and get some type of hybrid vigor. Right? Come on, guys. Come on, be nice, guys. He said, must let all the bulldoggers out there. Chapo, Raymond, salute, brother. Glad you can make it in on this wake and bake, man. We're going to be here for a little minute. We're going to be here just for a little minute, man, just enough to roll up and get a good laugh for the day. You know. Double tap the screen, y'all, if you're on the cellular device. It's all about the hybrid vigor. That's cool. But keep score, though. Because when that hybrid vigor shit didn't work, keep score, though. Right? When you did that outcross and that shit didn't work, keep score. When you did that breeding, that bitch's asshole blew out, keep score. Right? Keep the score, bruh. Because I want to fuck with a breeder that has precision. I want to fuck with a motherfucker that been studying these pedigrees so long to when I'm asleep, I see pedigrees floating through my head. Right? I was asleep. My girl said that I said that would be a good breeding. I'm lying. Hey, that would be funny. That would be a good breeding in my sleep. Right? But when it wasn't, you keep score. What's the score criteria? Oh, shit. Come on, Nina. The score criteria is that everybody thinks they're a breeder, right? Everybody wants to be a breeder. But we don't want to take accountability when that shit is disastrous. We don't want to take accountability when the breeding just doesn't work. Right? Only good dogs that we see you have is some shit that somebody else didn't breed, but you claim you're a breeder. Come on, man. I was a barber back in the day. And one of the biggest flexes of being a barber was being able to cut your own fucking hair. Salute to all the barbers in here, man. Get that bread. Barbers, hey, them barbers, I'm about to go back because I heard they getting $50, $60 a haircut now. But being able to cut your own hair was a flex. You know, because I could show you. I'm a walking billboard. If I can cut my own hair, I'm a walking billboard. Can you cut, man? Yeah, man, I cut my own shit. Oh, man, fuck, man, let me get in the seat right away. Customer. Right? The Texas kid. Hey, Hemi James, what up? Let's get it going. So if you're a breeder, but only good dogs you got are from somebody else, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're not a good breeder yet. You're getting there. You're not, well, I don't know if you're getting there. You're not a good breeder yet. A real breeder is going to showcase dogs that he bred. Right? A good breeder. A bad breeder is going to be breeding shit. That's it. More than three breedings a year, 3 years, you're a fucking breeder, dog. Some of you guys are breeders, so you didn't know that. You've been telling me, oh, I ain't no breeder. I ain't really no breeder. Like, yeah, you are, dog. You're a poor breeder. There has to be good breeders and there has to be poor breeders. If there wasn't that guy that couldn't make a layup, Michael Jordan wouldn't look so great when he dunks on somebody, right? But there's that guy that just can't get right. And that's what makes people so great. There's a breeder that no matter what he does, he just can't get a quality animal. And his contribution to this game is so important because that makes the great breeders something to look forward to, something to look out for, look up to. Salute the barbers. Salute the barbers, man. I think even if the economy goes fucked up, I think, you know, that's you're still gonna have work. That's an excellent trade. It's an excellent trade, man. I hear they're getting a pretty penny now. You know, I'm about to dibble and that maybe open up a shop to where I could just pop in anytime when it's full and snatch up some of them $50 bills. You know what I'm saying? Some of them 40s on top of them 50s, man. Them $25 lineups and shit, man. 10-minute lineup. $25. Get that bread though. And you, hey, some of my partners, bro, you ain't good yet. One of my OGs, I don't like saying OG, but because I had uncles and shit, you know, in my area, you know that. But one of the a respectable dude, older guy, he told me, he said, "You good, but you not polished." R.I.P. Tilt, man. That was a good guy, man. That dude wanted to bet me a half a brick on a John Madden football game. Hey, salute, man. That's my guy, man. I wanted to tell that story on Facebook so bad. I saw somebody post a picture, had him in the sky and shit with a low rider and shit. You know, he was a OG motherfucker from South Carolina, but you know, he came up here. People loved him in the town, you know. And we used to bet on that Madden all the time. Sometimes $1,000 a game. I used to give that boy the business with Michael Vick. I had Michael Vick. I used to give that boy the business. I remember he got mad one day. He threw a half a brick on the ground. Like, nigga, bet. I said, bro, I ain't even. I backed down. Bro, I'm not, bro. I'm just, we stopped playing. You know, it's like fucking up our relationship, man. Like, nah, bro. I ain't trying to get in your pockets, dog. Cause I would have trimmed him. It would have been Timothy McVeigh. You know, I would have trimmed his ass, right? Hey, man, memories, you know, you can't buy them. You can't buy them. You got to have experience. You got to been outside. Borderland laughing. The real was just laughing, dog. I didn't want to fuck up the relationship. He was a good guy, you know? He was a little different. South Carolina. Cool motherfucker, though, dog. Them boys was in the hood trapping. But some motherfuckers didn't like it. I ain't gonna lie. I heard some, you know, motherfuckers saying some shit. You know, they didn't like it, and they got into their little shit here and there. But man, nobody was fucking with that dude, man. They wasn't fucking with that dude, man. And motherfuckers love him. Motherfuckers love him, man. Because he's a solid motherfucker. Solid motherfucker, man. I remember my brother was running from the cops and ran in his house and shit. Just like, you know, one of them. Just, you know, just like shit. Good guy, dog. Good guy. Let's get back to this breed, though. Keeson Pate, what up, man? Hey, man, appreciate everybody that been getting in magazines, man. I've been flipping open my phone. I got cash apps, this and that. Everybody supporting, man. I feel it. I really feel it. I got some at least 10, 12 to drop off today. Plus, I got to re-up my guy. You know what I'm saying? With the big packs. You know, these memories, man. These memories, man. Hold them tight. Hold them tight, man. Are your real ones. So everybody want to be a breeder. You got to keep score. They hold you to a higher standard. I was telling my guy, you know, because sometimes I like to vent too, man. All the time. Shit, fuck it. You know, I'm venting. You know, they hold you to a higher standard. The shit that, you know, you got, it's either, and this is back in the day. This is 75, right? 1975, you know. I wasn't even born. You know, my parents didn't even know each other in 75, but that's cool. We can still talk like it's 75, right? Hold up. Let me get this.
This ain't just a magazine. It's a movement. The American Pit Bull Terrier. Real dogs, real yards, real history. From legendary bloodlines to modern breeders, keeping the flame lit. Yard spotlights, breeding knowledge, controversy, culture. This is for the ones who walk it like they talk it. No fluff, no fakes, just dog man, dog woman, and dogs. Grab your issue now, support the culture. Because the legacy don't live online, it lives in print.
They hold you to a higher standard. Let's talk about that. This go for the guys that be around you though. Mostly. You know, if it come from you, we talking about 75. It come from you, they drag that motherfucker through the mud, right? They make sure that there ain't no possible nothing wrong with this motherfucker, anything, right? But let you go get it from some other motherfucker. You probably paid a little pretty penny. Oh, they want to babysit that shit. Oh, back Mayfield. Damn, Mayfield. You ain't matching that motherfucker. Oh, he's this and this. Oh, he's this and this. That's all. Not nothing else, just this and this. But then there ain't even no offspring off this 6-7 breed. Motherfucker has 6-7 breedings. But let it be your shit. That motherfucker better be gold before he get a stench of pussy. Right? Double standard, right? He supposed to hold everybody to the same standard. We keeping score, dog. You know? And a lot of times when you do that, yeah, you could get some good dogs from this half, but then you're ushering in a whole generation of dogs that you just really fucking just had there. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, what is to the liking of these that you could just not even do anything with them, basically. Or they get the easy treatment. I know some of you guys experience that. Some dudes play favoritism when it comes to certain dogs on their yard, brother. They all didn't have to get it out of the mud historically. Right? So to speak. Rest Haven. Rest Haven. We get a lot of that. Right? It's been a lot of that historically. Been dogs that, you know, they just get, they're not going to get that. I'm talking about working dogs. I'm not talking about a dog that's cold that you just decided to keep for some reason. Hell, he might not even hit a hog, right? Like, let's keep it a buck. You know, there might be a dog, you know, he might not even hit a hog, you know. Let alone be cold, a cold dog. Right? So what would make that dog deserve that pass and not your shit? That's why you got to keep score. Right? That's why some people have one good dog and that's all they can remember. Bye. Borderland, what up?
What's going down? What's the dilly, man?
Getting it going for the morning time. I'm gonna get to
You
this.
woke up smacking people. Here's a reality check, huh?
You said what?
You woke up smacking people. Here's a reality check, huh?
Well, nah, sometimes we gotta pipe it down, you know. Pipe it down a little bit. Just pipe it down just a little bit because you know, shit it gets carried away sometimes. You know, you get carried away. We gotta come back to reality.
Snap back to reality. Oh yeah.
Historically speaking, you know, some dudes I heard a lot of dog men. They, you know, I asked about this dog. I heard that Tiger Lil dog. You remember the Tiger Lil dog?
Yeah.
I heard she was babysat. You know, and you're gonna keep the dog, you know, whatever. But when it comes from somebody else's shit or it comes from a different person, you don't give it the same grace.
Yeah, no.
It's some type of way, you know. It's like they'll be easy on their shit, but hard on somebody else's shit.
Yeah.
Like you real easy on that shit. That's the shit you breeding. You breeding that shit, you real easy. Historically, you ain't matching that shit. Like, why aren't you jumping in the box with the shit that you fucking bred?
Yeah.
Right?
You know. Yeah.
That to me, that would be more of a
flex.
Like if you're a breeder, because you know, people try to say they're not a breeder, but you're doing 3 breedings a year for 3 years, you a breeder.
Yeah, you bringing anything into the
Is that fair though? If you do 3 breedings, because that's a lot. That's every 4 months.
But if you do one and you ain't And you kept them while you a breeder. I mean, and you ain't keep them while you a breeder, I feel.
You said what?
If you do one breeding and you didn't keep them all, you're a breeder because you putting that in the public. So, I mean, that's just me. And you
Right,
bred two
right, right.
dogs together and you put them in the public, then you're a breeder. You know what I mean? But you know, you might not be a constant breeder, or you might not breed for, I don't know what to say, but yeah, you might just be, you might have just bred those dogs, but if you put them in the public, you're a breeder. Your name is on the line.
Yeah, yeah. Now, if you look at it like that, that's gonna that's gonna ruffle some feathers, man.
Yeah, you know,
That's
I'm
gonna ruffle
telling
some feather because I try to at least give you some grace to wiggle out, but that
if you
kind of
put
puts
them,
everybody in that situation because
yeah,
what would we say, like at least 70% of everybody done sold a dog at one
right,
point, right?
or even gave one away.
Right.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
so good Lord. So that's
Yeah,
everybody then.
everybody. If you bred a dog and you gave that puppy out to the public, your name is on the line. You're a breeder. You'll be in that puppy pedigree till the day it die. You know?
Yeah, yeah, you right, bro. I'm gonna have to agree. I'm gonna have to agree with that, man. You know, straight up.
You know what I'm saying? Sorry. Bred Chapito and the whole litter black, and I put out a dog. 20 years later, that dog have a buckskin dog. They gonna be looking for where that buckskin came from. Oh, it came from Borderland. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
where that gene came from. You'll be clicking down the 20 years down in the pedigree before you find it. But there he is. There's Chapito. It's a throwback. It came back up. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
and that's you just and you in the pedigree, you a breeder. You know what I'm saying? You might not be a constant breeder. You might not be breeding for the public, but once you give a dog off of your yard out of your breeding, you consider it a breeder because your name is on the line. Whatever that dog does reflects you directly.
Yeah. I believe that. I
So
believe that. I try to give it some slack though, but nah, that I like this.
yeah,
I,
you know,
I said I was a breeder from the beginning. I was like,
yeah.
my partner that actually got me into dogs, he kind of wasn't a breeder. He wasn't. I mean, he probably say it like he really wasn't a breeder. He probably did, and I'm talking about 30 something years, 30, at a 30 years, this dude probably made 10 breeds.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like to me, that's not a lot at all, bruh. That's
right.
not a lot at all for a guy that got me into the game. But I knew early on, yeah, I liked everything else about the game too. But
Yeah,
I knew early on that I had a passion for procreating and things like that. I had a
yeah,
green thumb, different shit, that kind of went hand in hand with some of the skill things that I do now, watching things grow, cultivating different shit at a young age though, you know.
right.
So I knew even before I had the APBTs, I was looking at pit bulls. Matter of fact, I was looking at Rottweilers.
Yeah,
One of my partners had some Rottweilers and he bred them up. And that motherfucker had like 20 goddamn pups,
yeah,
And back then, they were selling them for like 150, 200, you know what I'm saying? For a purebred
yeah.
Rottweiler and shit. Probably didn't have no papers to it, but motherfuckers say they got papers, but it probably
Yeah.
didn't have no papers. but they was nice. And the whole fucking litter died. I remember he came to school and said it had 20 pups, and then he was like, man, they died. I was like, damn, because I knew I was getting one. I knew. I talked to his dad because his mom used to own the corner store right across the street from their house. Legendary store, man. I told her that. I said, man, you're legendary. I saw her at my grandma's funeral. And I told her, I said, man, you legendary, man. You know, that store, they sold it and shit and moved south. But, you know, that store was a motherfucker. So I would see the dad in the breezeway.
Hello?
You know.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, somebody had called.
Yeah. And then I
Rob,
asked him, I was like, yeah, I want one of those dogs, you know, if I could, you know, I'm saving my money and shit, you know.
Yeah.
And so I could have been in that field very easily, but you know, because I still knew my partner that had the pits, but my mom, you know, at that time, a couple litters, you know, I couldn't keep one and shit. And then finally, you know, she let me keep one of them motherfuckers. And then shit, it was on. It was on from there, you know. It was on.
Yeah.
It was on, man. RBG, what up, brother? We getting it in. What up, Big Bang Hank?
Big Bank.
What up with y'all, man? How y'all doing?
Good.
Man,
How's it
cooling,
going,
man.
brother?
Just early, man. Early. See what the day bring. I think it's gonna be a good one today, though.
Yeah.
Know that. It's gonna be a good, productive day.
Yeah. Anytime you wake up and get the chance to do something, it's a great day.
I'm trying to tell you. Game Breaker, what up, man? We getting it in, man. We getting it in.
On here cooking this morning. You know what I'm saying? Getting it going.
Yeah, I did my little rant. You know, I'm through. We could talk about whatever. You know, everybody want to be a breeder, but who keeps score? Keep score. You did that shit. You bred them 5 fucking litters. You did last year. You did 2 years ago, 5 years ago. All them dog, them 25 breedings and shit. Some of you guys in that category, dog. Okay.
Yeah.
And ain't nothing significant or nothing that you could say that came out of that, bro. It's not a problem. It's just I'm waking people up. That's what it is. I'm waking motherfuckers up. Either you a poor breeder, piss poor breeder, or you're a good breeder. Because we get on these panels and shit, and everything looks easy. Like I could just Google everything. I could just Google, you know. Nah, man. Nah, this shit takes practice. It takes time out of your schedule, dog. It takes years to years. Even that 10,000 hour shit, I think it might be more like 20, 30,000 hours, but 10,000 for starters, you know, because that actually probably takes years, you know. But get your hours in, man, and experience this shit. Go do a breeding, get on the road, right? Go check out some stock. Don't just go off of what you hear all the time, bro. See how happy other people are with your dogs. That's what I care about. Because if I could trust this guy, I could trust you that you're not delusional, you know? Because sometimes when you get the information, you got to look at who the information's coming from, right?
Right.
So
That's off top.
if this fucking clown says it's a good dog, that doesn't hold any merit, you know? But if it's a good guy, a respected individual says that this is a good dog, and then another respected individual says it's a good dog. Yeah, that's a good dog. I would get one off of him. He, you know, I seen a couple sons off of him also. You know, that right there is enough confirmation for me to give it a try. Just to give it a try, you know. But if it's like, I don't know what this motherfucker's producing. This motherfucker just kind of appeared out of nowhere. You know, it's like you ain't really got nothing right there. So just be be careful. Like when you go to cook in your kitchen, you're not going to some abandoned hotel and just it's a door open and they got bacon and shit on the bed and eggs on the floor and fucking just shit. You're not cooking with those ingredients, are you?
All right.
You're cooking with some shit that you know about to the point where you checking the date on shit. You checking dates because you want to make sure that you don't put nothing bad in this pot. It's the same goddamn thing with breeding, fellas. Whether you like it or not. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't want none of that. Matter of fact, I don't even want that shit on my yard. If I don't know about it, if I can't have somebody vouch for it, if I can't see it with my own eyes, if I can't do none of those, then guess what? I'm not fucking with it. And it has nothing to do with nothing else. This has to do with me. This is my decision. You know why? Because I don't want to go 14 breedings, because I'm going to start calling you motherfuckers out too. Back when I really just be done with this shit for real. And I'm in my G-Wagon. I'm going to be live streaming in there. And we're going to be adding some of this shit up. Like, this breeder right here. Yeah, it looks like you did 35 fucking breedings there, buddy. You mean to tell me that you ain't produced shit? Okay. I got it. I'll let you guys have that, man. But look, I could beat this dead horse. I said what I said. You got to go back through it and decipher it. If it fits you on your 5th, 6th breeding and shit, and you just thinking like, you know what? I haven't produced shit. Then you're in the same footsteps, bro. You're in the same footsteps. You're trying to get out here and do too much before you really get your feet up under you, man. Right? Do it for the love of this shit. Don't do it just for the business of this side. Like the bully game, they got a lot of people that jumped in it, including me, for the business side of it. Right? I wasn't really successful. I can't say I was successful at all. We did a few bully breedings, you know what I'm saying? I can't just say, that. But It was fun, right? But I wasn't genuinely in love with that. That was just a jug, right? Dudes come over here for a jug. Yeah. Bro. That's a fact. I'm just saying. You guys ain't got to believe me, man. What the barks are. Yeah, I'm high. But I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Some dudes came over here for a jug, bro. This whole YouTube shit, breeding, everything. It's a grift. Yeah. They don't give a fuck about nothing. They just I got 2 dogs. I'm breeding these motherfuckers. And you don't know because you don't ask the right questions. Hey, man, how many pups you got off of him? Let me see a couple pictures of his sons and shit. How they coming out? Right? He got it. They're 3 months old. Oh, okay. Okay, brother. Well, it looks like I'm calling you 2-3 years too soon. Okay?
Yeah.
Make sure he gets some hair on his motherfucking nuts. God damn it. Because that might be something that I don't want to have 8 puppies off. Straight up. Straight up, man. And this is for people that actually give a fuck about being better. This is for the guys in the weight room that lift extra. They're lifting more. They're getting that extra 2 reps after you're already burnt out and you get those extra 2 reps in. This information is for those guys. The slouch, you just want to be a fucking slouch. You want everything handed to you. This ain't for you. You want us to be soft on your feelings and talk to you like, you know, like, hey guys. This ain't that. This ain't that.
So you gotta really put the boots on the ground and get to working.
Like that little light-skinned girl. Like that.
Yeah.
Get your boots on the ground like that little light-skinned girl. Straight up.
So you saying like you can't sit back and watch and see like, okay, I'm gonna get a dog from here and here and think I'm gonna be able to just start breeding with the pits, right? Like, cause you don't know nothing about the dogs or if them dogs go together. So it's a little bit more complicated than
You could breed them. You could breed them, but for better percentages, if so you could actually know what's going on, I would actually keep that. Like if that's what I did, if I'm telling a guy like this is what he's gonna do anyway, rather if he likes what I tell him or not, I'm gonna tell him, okay, this is what you're gonna do any fucking way. You get those 2 dogs. I think they bred pretty good. You did a little bit of vetting. You got one from Kraken. You got one from whoever, Titan, right? I think that'll be a good combination right there. Keep them.
That's it.
You know,
because I think
keep
it'd be
them
the excitement.
motherfuckers.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got a dog in heat, you done passed the first heat. I think it just be the excitement. Some motherfuckers like, man, fuck it, I'm gonna stick that bitch. And,
Well,
but then they can't take care of all the puppies though, so they kind of gotta let them go.
The excitement is more for the selling though. That's the problem, right? Because the puppies don't even be 36 hours old, and then now all of a sudden they on Facebook, and you know what I'm saying, all of this. If this is your first breeding that you did, you're more excited about selling them, right? It's your first breeding, bro. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You don't know. Them motherfucking pups might catch parvo and die. You technically don't know how to even. I mean, this your first breeding. We're just saying, like, you ain't bred no other dogs, so this is your first breeding, right? You know, I'm not talking about a guy that had 20 breedings in and he kind of knows what's going on, but you just getting the ropes. I think it'd be a best advantage, especially if you're trying to start that as a foundation to keep those dogs, because there might be some dogs out of that litter that's better than both the fucking parents. So if you just quick to sell them, or you ain't even never gonna find out if those dogs were even good. What if the litter came out trash? Well, if you sold all the puppies, you're not gonna know that. So that means you're just gonna do that trash ass breeding over again. And most dudes do. They do it, they repeat. They repeat garbage ass breedings that didn't produce shit. They're repeating them.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna breed such and such with such and such again. Again? What did the first ones do? What did the first ones do?
Because that's how I be. That bitch pop back in heat, they sticking that bitch again.
So you're gonna keep score. Keep score. Because when you do that the 5th time, there's 5 breedings that you didn't produce shit. So therefore, in my book, you would go on a no-fly zone as far as buying a puppy from your ass. That's what happens to a smart motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
Because I saw that. You let me see that. You let the world see that. We saw when you bought them dogs. We know the guy that you bought the dog from. So I know how old the dog is. That's why these dudes get caught breeding young-ass dogs. It's because somebody has a litter mate to that shit. Like the one dude tried to hide the birthday. He didn't want to put the birthday on his thing, but he got to understand, you bought that dog off of somebody, for one, that I know. And for two,
You know you fucked up, right?
for two, because I don't even have to go ask him when the dogs are born. I could look at the sibling and see that one of the siblings is born on this day. Okay, so now I'm putting shit together. I'm just showing you how to put it together, bro. You could take this method or you could take a more different approach, but keep score at the end of the day. That's all I ask. Keep fucking score, because that last 5-6 breedings, or even dudes I bumped shoulders with 5 years ago when we first got on them wake and bakes, motherfuckers been breeding ever since then, you know, and ain't nothing significant, ain't nothing that you could say that you're proud of, like, for real though. That's a problem, because there's some dudes that have bred shit and they're getting good turnarounds, they're getting good stock, they're really understanding what's going on in front of them, what type of blood they got, and how valuable the pieces that they have are. They understand that, so they're able to continue to make good dogs. I think that would be a guy that I would want a dog from.
Well, that's
Honestly.
the thing, knowing your stock first and foremost.
Yeah.
So
See, I look at breeding like hooping. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody sit down and watch basketball. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's a breeder, right? Because you get a couple dogs, you might stick them. But, you know, when it comes to hooping, it's like there's levels to hooping. You know, you got the NBA, which is elite. You got the D League, which them players are still kind of elite compared to everybody else, you know. Then you got like, you know, you got your recreational hoopers that be like at all the gyms running games. You got your court hoopers that go out to the parks and shit and run games. Right. Then you got your people that be at the crib that can run a couple games outside, you know. Then you got your horse players, you know, that jump out and think they cold because they could play horse. But everybody gonna talk hooping, you know.
Right. Well,
but
we all analysts. We all analyze this shit.
Yeah. But then you know the difference whenever you be like, let me lace my shoes up and go from the outside parks and let me get up in that gym and start running. Cause you know, that's elite level of hooping too though. When you in them gyms, you can't just walk off the street and think you finna run pickup games and be getting down. Niggas ain't picking you after a couple games. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, so let's say, and that's a perfect example. We're running games, you know. Yeah. And that's a perfect example.
You got to put your hours in.
I was gonna come with something else, but that was perfect right there. Right? You're not getting picked.
Yeah.
Some motherfuckers will come in and pick you up because they don't know you. Yeah. Right? They don't know your ass just missed 2 layups the last game. Right?
Yeah.
They gave it to you wide open in the corner. You hit the side of the backboard. Right? That's what these dudes are doing with these breedings that they're putting together. You're hitting the side of the backboard, brother. That shit's not even hitting the rim. Right? You blowing a layup.
Yeah, they getting the ball down in the post to you, and you getting fucking raped out there, dog. Like, they killing you in the post.
Yeah, that was perfect, bro.
Yeah.
I couldn't explain it better than that. And then after a while, when people start to catch on, because they tell you, see, one dude, because they'll say it, because he might not know you're good. And you pick this guy because he tall. That's what I do. I always pick a tall motherfucker. Like, if there's a couple tall motherfuckers, I go in the gym, I don't know nobody. Fuck it, man. Let me just get this tall motherfucker, right? You right? Do everybody did that before?
Yeah.
You know,
I'd have been picked because of my height. You see what I'm saying?
And then somebody might come over to you and be like, hey, get big man right there. He be cooking, you know, because he knows him, but you don't, right? So after a while, the guys that are weak, they're not going to be getting picked up, bro. That's what breeding, that's what it is. Like, you hit the side of the backboard so many times with a breeding. And historically, some breedings, all of them were cold, right? Some breedings, 5 out of 5 dogs, 2 of them turned on, but ended up quitting in under 20 minutes and the other 5 didn't even turn on and shit. 2.5, 3 years old. Like that's the side of the backboard type shit, you know. Or you only get one halfway decent one, but he's not really good, but he's just decent compared to one other guy's dogs down the street, you know, that really ain't really had no good dogs either. You know, that's the side of the backboard. You know, or
Yeah.
you get some, they hot as fuck. These dogs is all hot as fuck, but they all quit under 30 minutes. Historically, you know, we're just talking about an example of a side of the backboard type of breeding. You know, conformation fucked up. You know, half the dogs coming out with rickets and shit. You selling dogs, they posting them on Facebook, and we get to go get those pictures of your shit that's supposed to be so good because of the phenotype and all this shit everybody be talking about. And then every dog got rickets, right? That's a side of the backboard type of dude and type of breeding. And a lot of the times, the dogs that you got came from a side of the backboard situation, right? It ain't the fact that you didn't do your due diligence. The motherfucker you got it from didn't do his either. Everything's good. Everything's that. That's impossible, bro. I've been in this shit a long time, bro. It's impossible. There got to be something about that dog that does not conform to what your so-called standard is. It's got to be. Or you're just delusional. You know?
Yeah.
Some people done take a whole bloodline. Let's say you got 3, 4 Kobe dogs. You know, you really don't like the production. You bred them a couple times. You know, they were okay, but that's not really what you was looking for. Shit, you might just dig all the Kobe's up. Rehome them all. Let me get them out of here. Get them the fuck up out of here, because I don't think that it's gonna be good for my program. Those type of decisions right there. Not, oh, this is what I got, I'm gonna just keep breeding the shit because it's a grift and I could probably get somebody to buy a couple of these motherfuckers. You know, nah, bro. That's not, I wouldn't want to buy that. I'll be mad. I'll be like, damn, I got duped. Like, shit. Fucking dog was 11 months old. Fuck. I'll be pissed if I just found that shit out. Like, motherfucker had to be straight up with me about that shit. Dudes will sell you a cur. Motherfucker, the dog quit back in the day. They'll sell it to your ass. And then they talking about, oh, the game back in the day. Yeah, I bet. I bet, man. It was the same shady ass shit. It's just the kids from the same shady motherfuckers, bro. Then you got your good dudes. Far and few. Oh boy. So nah, man, look, keep score. That's all I'm saying, because you want to know when you're producing good and what you want to understand, so that it'd be easier for you to judge your worth when it comes to shit. How much you selling a dog for? How much, you know, what are you worth? What's your worth? You know, if you ain't hitting on shit and your dogs ain't shit, they're not winning no dog shows, jumping no walls, doing nothing, hunting no hogs, they're not nothing, bro. Then that's something that you need to assess, because it might, and I'm not a rocket scientist, but it might be the trash ass dogs that you got, and you keep trying to breed them together because you're trying to You're focusing on the wrong shit instead of keeping score. And I'm glad I did this one because it's been years that dudes haven't kept score. You know, years done past, 5-10 years, you know, you haven't produced anything. You got to change that. Then you go to bat for somebody's bloodline. Dudes will go to bat for somebody else's bloodline that haven't produced shit for them. Why would you do that? That's crazy, Borderland.
I'm not.
I can't see you going to bat for the Randy McCullum shit. R.I.P. Randy McCullum.
You know what I'm saying?
If you didn't
Yeah.
produce anything dealing with that, like there's nothing that you produce that's a good dog coming down off of that shit. Nothing that you could say. I just don't see you doing that, bro. Just like the Mike shit. I'm not going to bat for that motherfucker. I told you I was the business. He was just a short order cook. You know, I brought a chef in. Like, all right, fuck it. I ain't gonna just send my dogs all over because I know a lot of good dogs I could breed to. And the type of bitches that I got, some of them were off of Mike. And so I was looking at that situation. If I didn't have Mike, I still would have been able to produce some good ass fucking dogs. But I brought him in because it gave it a little bit more exclusivity to the rights of the dog and the direction that they went in, right? Because and then I didn't have them for public stud either. I turned down 1,000 motherfuckers for public stud. I bred to one dude, he was on the West Coast and he was a good dude, you know what I'm saying? And then Constant Pressure, OG Loco, you know, West Coast guys. It was some West Coast dudes, but I wanted to control the way the dogs came out. So in order to do that, you cannot open him up for public stud, because once you do that, somebody can bring a whole nother body of work in there and breed to your dog. And that could change the whole narrative of the production side of that animal. And for smart people and people that really pay attention, that this shit matters to. I know if it doesn't matter, that's because you don't have your 10,000 hours in. It's not sinking in, but it matters to those people, right? Those people exist. You know, they're not just putting anything on their yard. They're not just, man, fuck that. They don't care about no hype. They don't care about none of that shit. So I wanted to control the way the puppies looked. I wanted to control the way they were. I wanted to make sure that I had the best possible females to breed to that dog. Right? He bred to some bitches that I admit they were trash. Couple bitches that I could just say, you know what? That bitch was trash, you know. But you know, all the other ones that I put around them, Singing Bullet, fucking Croatina, Yellow Page, you know, Miss Invicto, fucking Miss 1900, fucking, I mean, you know, it was a shitload of them that when I did that breeding, you know, it was a good breeding. Even the Rachel Ray bitch, the Boyles handicap bitch, they produce a number of good dogs. Black Ice with Hannibal, you know, the litter Hannibal came out of. Black Ice, that was a daughter of Michael Myers. She produced good. You know, Hannah, she produced Hannibal. Hannibal went on to produce good, producing good dogs. So, and then all the pockets that I can go down from each of those dogs that I named, Some of the pockets, it ain't gonna be like no crazy shit where you can see pages and pages. I don't have no pages of nothing. I never bred my dogs to that extreme to get pages and pages. You know, I'm not knocking it, but I haven't done that. So if you're gonna go check it out, you know, you'd be like, oh, this motherfucker. Nah, I didn't have it like that. But it was the consistency that mattered. The consistency, you know. And I believe if your yard gets too big, I don't think it'll be hard to lose the formula. I think your formula can be lost within the yard if you got too many dogs, because you won't know who to breed to who. That I mean, let that sink in. So that's a con. That would be bad, because if you're breeding dogs, yeah, but after a while, your QB rating for breeding goes down, because you're producing consecutive litters of duds, right? And it happens. Sometimes they're not duds, but they get in the wrong hands. So, you know, it's a dud. It's in the wrong hands, you know? We can't just blame it on, oh, it was in the wrong hands, because every dog has dogs that's been in the wrong hands. It's not just your dog. Only reason why I'm a bad breeder because my dogs went into the wrong hands. Well, part of being a good breeder is putting them in the good hands. Part of being a good breeder is not letting your puppies die. Okay? You can produce a couple good dogs, but if all your puppies are dying, that lowers your QBR. It does. So that first breeding, I would say raise them all up, because that's going to give you more experience than a lot of people got. A lot of people haven't done that. That'll put you in a different class. I kept all the ones off my first breeding. That Miss Jade breeding, when I made Miss Jade, we had Little Rebel Ice Cream Xena, Miss Jade, Big Ran, that was Little Jimmy, Little Rebel, so it was 2 males. I think it was 4 bitches. Yeah, I think there was another bitch. But nah, I kept them all, man. I kept them real close. One down the street, one, you know, and when I lost my 2, I was able to snatch up some, brought one of the bitches back. Xena was probably the hottest one. She was a motherfucker. She got off, hit the mom killed her. You know, that little payday dog was a motherfucker. You know, so I kept all of that experience that I got from raising all those dogs. I had mine on my yard, and then I sent one away, and then I noticed, like, damn, that motherfucker looked way better than mine. Like, it made me step up what I was doing with mine. I gave one to my god sister, Crystal, and she brought her back 5 months later. You know, I'm like, damn, this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Beautiful fucking dog, beautiful. And then my cousin, he took his and cut his ears. You know, he was doing his thing up north, trapping. You know, he had one that I was able to get back. You know, he brought him back and shit, you know, after he got a little age on him. And you know, great dogs, great animals. And that experience, I probably wouldn't have had that same experience learning, you know, yard accidents, you know, that Payday and Xena, you know, I remember that. Payday killed Xena. Xena was a motherfucker, you know. All that deadlift shit, all that shit, man, had that smoke as a teenager, young guy, 20 years old, barely 20. when Jade was born. And you know, I had payday, you know, years before that. So I was literally a teenager, maybe 18, 17, just turning 18 or something like that when I got payday. So nah, man, that was cool. That was cool, man. Good times. You can't erase that. Just going through it. So I always look at the chain set up, the collar, you know, because I don't, and it still happens, but you don't want that to happen, man. Versus somebody that just get in the game, they got 10 dogs on their yard and they're not even thinking about no accident, you know. You might wake up and be down 3 dogs, 4 dogs. It might get bad. Man, getting it in, man.
Get ugly out there.
Yeah, no, it's good, the bad, and the ugly. And then we smile, you know, for the wins. You smile for the wins, but you got to be built for this shit because, you know, you take losses. You take losses, bro. That's why I like to cheer and shit when the wins and try to get in a position. But motherfuckers take losses, bro. It's all a part of the game. Wake and bake. Smash that like button. Get that magazine.
This ain't just a magazine. It's a movement. The American Pit Bull Terrier. Real dogs, real yards, real history. From legendary bloodlines to modern breeders, keeping the flame lit. Yard spotlights, breeding knowledge, controversy, culture. This is for the ones who walk it like they talk it. No fluff, no fakes, just dog man, dog woman, and dogs. Grab your issue now, support the culture. Because the legacy don't live online, it lives in print.
Tap in.
That commercial hard.
Runts. That runts for the win.
Okay.
Hey, nah, every breeding should be your best. Your dog should get better. All of that. If people say that the dogs aren't getting better, even from a personal standpoint, that just means that you're not doing your job. And somewhere in there, you got a head gasket blown in your yard. You got oil leaking all in your engine. You know? So you got to clear that up, man. You got to either take the engine out or you got to rebuild that shit. It's only 2 choices. And for most people, man, it's just cheaper just to take the whole shit out.
Right.
He said it sounded like a Stephen King novel up there. Yes, sir. Hey, tornado warning. Salute to you, brother. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe, roll up. Do what you do. Still early over here, 8 o'clock. We making good time.
Get y'all 40 push-ups in, man. 40 push-ups a day. Extend your life.
I said, I think somebody had to. I had to do the push-ups yesterday. Somebody took the L. Somebody took the L. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember. Can't remember, man. Wing Milne, what up? Hey, they ready for another game room. They ready. Let's plug it in.
Hey,
He said,
you trying to run kids boxing live on the channel, Buck? You know what I'm saying? May's getting ready to have his first fight coming up in like 6 months.
who?
My youngest son, Major.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, shit. So you know what I'm saying? We gonna start it early. Good. What? Let's say you want to run the fight live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, how's it, because they might try to strike you for letting the kids get in there, even if it's organized. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't know how that fight shit worked though. I'd be scared. You put anything on there, they fuck around and bang you.
Okay. Well, shit. I'm gonna record it anyway. It's just gonna get recorded. So shit. I'll send it to you. We can run it or a way we could put clips up. We will.
Well, no, I'm gonna just get I'm gonna just do a little research, see what the community standards and all that. That'd be dope though.
We knocking shit out. I told him we knocking shit out. We ain't going for the decision and none of that. You know what I'm saying? We knocking shit out.
Yeah, nah, that boxing's a motherfucker, man. That boxing is a motherfucker.
Well, I be seeing the footage of like Tank in there at like 8. You know what I'm saying? Then they be throwing back footage of Crawford up in the gym since this Crawford Canelo going down. You know what I'm saying? And my son already been boxing, so shit. I hit up Grady Brewer gym. You know what I'm saying? And then he said, yeah, we're gonna schedule fights. He was like, so I'm his trainer. You know what I'm saying? I got him right, but we're going into the gym now. And he finna get a little extra work. Probably on the cardio side, maybe, I don't know. And then shit, they said about 6 months he get his first fight in. So we're gonna get it going.
That's good. Yeah, that's what's up. Get him in there.
He already lethal though. So shit,
No, he's dropping them.
Yeah, he done had a couple spars out here. Now he threw a 3-piece and opened the kid up through the headgear. So
opened him up.
Hit him with that.
Hey,
Hit him
that's
with
baby
that.
George Foreman.
Hey, I'm telling you,
baby George Foreman out here putting that.
And I was proud of him too, because he came back on him, right? Like he got first, they sparred up, they tapped gloves, they backed up, they came out. Bam, he ate one to the nose because, the face guard, it come up underneath the cheeks and shit and around, they got the mouthpiece in. I popped him right in the nose, you know what I'm saying? Eyes kind of watered up. He backed up, you know what I'm saying? I said, body shot, body head, you know what I'm saying? He came in, left to the body, right to the head, boom, right cross, opened him up. Bam, slapped him, you know what I'm saying? It was like, whoo. Pressure, boy, pressure is natural, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Shit, yeah, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, no, it's going down. You know what I'm saying? Had a couple little gym spars. He ready though. He ready.
Yeah, I've been thinking about getting my because I didn't let my oldest 3 boys. They didn't touch that football till high school.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I might let the 2 youngest boys fuck around maybe a little earlier than that,
Yeah, what,
been just
junior
thinking.
high?
Yeah, it depends, It depends.
Yeah.
I just been looking around. I've been seeing some teams and shit. I've been just checking shit out. They got a couple good teams out here, you know.
Yeah.
They doing it the right way, you know. I ain't just because you know my one of my little league coaches. Shit, I sold that motherfucker some rocks one day, you know. like you know what I'm saying? So it's like you never know who's
Yeah, they just normal volunteers, you know.
who's your coach, bro. You know, like, and I ain't trying to judge motherfuckers, but bruh, you know, I remember the one dude's dad was the coach. He was drunk one day, got motherfuckers. You know, we hitting each other from 30 yards apart and shit, you know. I remember being this one dude, my dude Chronic. We did this one where we gotta go around the line and shit, run all the way, and then we meet up, man. It was like a 20 yard off the line. Like you run the line and then you turn to hit him, you 20 yards off.
Yeah.
And me and dude hit. This is probably the hardest hit. We both flew. We both flew.
Nah,
Boom!
for real.
Both of us flew, bruh. I was like, damn. He was out. We was both on our back, bro. And
Nah, for real.
so I always, because that's what I went through. So I was like, you know what? Because I think I would have been probably better off if I would have just fucked with the high school, you know, only. You know, I don't know.
Because none of the other stuff really mattered. If you remember, we started playing football 3rd grade. Smacking.
Right.
Smacking him. I mean, not even knowing how to tackle. Helmet to fucking helmet, helmet to the stomach, just smacking shit, laying that wood. I remember several times getting up dizzy in the motherfucking in elementary.
Yeah, nah, man, that shit. You know, we was
I don't
going in.
know if y'all had to do the Oklahoma drill. You know, we from Oklahoma, but you know where it's like 10 yards apart. You lay on your back, you jump up and run the other one over, try to smack it there, you know.
Yeah, that's a
Man.
good one. I always like that one. Because I'm getting up. One thing about it, I'm getting up.
I gotta
I'm
get up.
getting the fuck up. You know.
Yeah. Man,
historically, motherfuckers didn't like dogs that lay around either. You know, historically, you know, they like a dog that will stay on his feet instead of laying around taking the bottom and shit. You know, you take the bottom on the wrong motherfucker, that could be your life. You know.
Yeah.
So historically, you know, I think that was I can't remember who told me that. You know. Old cats, man. Whoever get up first. But when you get up first, you got more momentum.
Yeah.
I was a good hitter.
Sometimes them you get up and that boy them barely got and drive your ass right on back though. You know, sometimes you come up against one of them big strong ones in elementary.
Yeah, but I noticed with hitting, it's got a lot to do with speed.
Yeah.
And just you know who gets off first, right?
Yeah,
you know,
who get lower. Gotta get
because let's say we both see each other at the same time and we go for each other. That's like, okay, that's head up. But let's say I see you and I go for you and you see me at the last second and then we hit, boom, you know, or you see me, I see you, I got like 2 seconds to chase you, but you only got like a second. And you start going toward me.
Yeah.
You might not be able to get that pop off like me.
Yeah.
Because and then who's going faster? Who's going faster toward each other? You know, if you only take, you know, you don't really get no speed up and I'm going damn near full speed, you know,
Yeah.
that acceleration.
Now that same drill got a lot more serious now when you got up in high school and boys is big and we in them weights. That drill got a lot more serious, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, now you get some big motherfuckers, bro. Big motherfucker. I never was big, you know. I think I got my size like, well, I was a cool 185 in high school, but
Yeah,
I didn't hit 200 pounds till I was like, shit, 24 years old or something, you know?
yeah, yeah.
So I wasn't really that big.
Shit. Bro, we was 200 pounds in junior high down here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then I ain't gonna brag, but I'm a brag. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm still to this day the only person at Eisenhower High School down here in Lawton, Oklahoma that had an ambulance come pick up a kid because I laid him out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, yeah. See, I smashed dudes. I used
I
to
laid
get
him
on
out.
dudes'
You know what
heads.
I'm saying? Motherfuckers were scared after that. Please don't hit me like that.
But nah, positions I played, like I dibble and dabble with some linebacker, but my real position probably would have been, because I didn't have the I never really learned the cornerback position. So I would have been more like a safety and a
Okay.
tailback,
Yeah.
or like a 4 flanker back or something, you know, something like that.
They
But
used to
nah,
get
them
scared
big
with
ass
y'all too,
D
though.
ends and shit.
Yeah.
In little league and shit, you know, you could smack D ends and shit. You know, in high
Yeah.
school, you know,
Nah,
them
they wouldn't let.
motherfuckers are big. They're just big. The motherfuckers just big as fuck, bro. You know,
Yeah.
I wasn't really trying to do
E-
all that
Even
shit.
even when you in high school, when you come from the 9th grade, like down here, high school 10th through 12th. So when you come from the 9th grade and you hit 10th grade and you go out to that high school football practice, you know right there, I ain't got my man body yet. You know what I'm saying? Because when you out there then and come in 10th grade, you not the size of them seniors and 11th
No,
graders. You know, and they use you too. They get on you because you ain't been on the weight, so they be getting on you. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
Like,
right. Well, nah, my sons, they experienced it like no other. So if they make it out of what they is in, then I know that they're gonna be way better than me, bro. Way
yeah,
better. Because they didn't play no little league and they went to one of the shit, I say top 5 dominant schools in the whole state. You know, like this team, they done been to fucking 4 out of the last fucking 5 championships or something, you know, like they you know, there's a couple other schools that got like a more decorated pedigree, but over the last 15 years, you know, this school's been up there, you know. So
yeah,
he's jumping off the porch with that private school. They shipping in kids, big, you know, 6'10" motherfuckers, you know, big motherfuckers shipping them
yeah,
in, you know, from all over. They got buses that pick up kids all over the motherfucking, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
County, you know, biggest county in the state, King County. You know, I'm guessing that um they might be going outside of King County, but I think they stay inside King County. But they got probably
You,
five,
you know,
six bus stops, dog. You know,
you
they
know
got a
the
lot of
game.
bus
They
stops.
might move a couple families inside King County. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. So you know, and they got some dudes. They got some NFL guy that went in this last draft. I won't get too into it, you know, on here. But you know, this school is like, and them kids are big. They got some number 1 recruits and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like at this school. So I'm just telling them, like, bro, all you guys got to do is just work, bro. He came in the one he's a junior now. This is junior year, but freshman year, small as hell. Sophomore year, small. Now I could tell he's starting to pick up his weight. His chart said he grew 4 inches in 4 months, though. You see what I'm saying? So he's starting to get his growth spurt up. And then for what he is, you know, he's a high jumping, fucking fast. He's a wide receiver. You know, he plays basketball, you know. So for what he's doing and what his position is and where he's at and the way he had to learn this shit, he didn't get to just, I let him play flag and shit. You know, we down there, we went to the championship and shit. I used to have him, his little brother is a grade younger, but they're like 18 months apart, but he's a grade younger. I made the younger one play up every time. I'll be like, fucking, I'll be the coach. You know, when they was young, you know, and the little brother, you're playing up. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. You're playing with the older kids, you know, 7th grade, 6th grade, you know, all that shit. You know, you're playing with the older kids. And so they got to do that, but I didn't want them to run over, because see, me, when Little League was so easy, and then I went to a sorry ass high school. It's a historical, you know, Garfield High School is historical. You know, a lot of people went there. Brandon Roy, fucking Quincy Jones, Jimi Hendrix, Bruce Lee, fucking, you know, it's a lot of historical high school in my city. But Coach Wright, RIP, Coach Wright was a terrible coach. I think he hated on the kids. He didn't give the letters to the kids, and you know, all of the, you know, the coaching, scouting, and he wasn't on his shit. It wasn't many kids coming from this school that you could say this, like we talking about these dogs that produce, you know, this school didn't produce shit, you know, in football, and they're still struggling. You know, it's like a curse. You know, and you know, it should just be fucked up, man. But the school, you know, Garfield High School, man, it's a good school, but it's not like what these guys are doing. You know, they're getting into it knowing from the day one that this shit ain't gonna be fucking easy. I remember Junior, he got smacked. He was on a kickoff, you know, he get his ass down there real quick, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta watch the blind side, son. You know, he got his clock clean, you know? And I was like, shit. Oh yeah, Napoleon was filthy. Napoleon Kaufman, he was one of the best. Corey Dillon's out of here. We got a lot of dudes. We're real known for basketball. I always got to put Paolo Banchero on there for the Magics. Number 5. You got, you know, he's from here. He went to O'Day. O'Day might be the most decorated school in the state. O'Day, I think over the period of time, they've had more championships than anybody.
Corey Dillon from there, bro?
Yeah, Corey Dillon's from here.
That's one of my favorite running backs of all time. And
yeah,
you talking about Napoleon Kaufman that used to be the running back?
Yeah, Napoleon Kaufman was a running back for
the Raiders. Yeah, went to the Raiders and shit. Yeah, no, he
played for the UW. He went to the University of Washington.
Oh, okay, yeah, he was cold.
Yeah, he was raw. And Mario Bailey was out here. Marcus Trufant, all the Trufonts are out here. They actually live in Tacoma. They're from Tacoma. Isaiah Thomas, little short guard. He went to I think he went to Curtis. That's in Tacoma. Avery Bradley, super defense, used to play for the Celtics. He went to the school my son graduated from, Bellarmine Prep. Son in college, you know, he's doing his thing, you know.
Yeah, we had a lot of people make college, OU and OSU.
The Burleson on the Today Show or whatever show that is, the Nate Burleson. Yeah, he went to O'Day. I went to school with two of his brothers. Both of his brothers, Kevin Burleson, used to play for the Bobcats. And then I think he went overseas. He did some shit. I think he's the coach for the Bobcats right now, Kevin Burleson. I went to school with him. We used to work out together in high school. And then his older brother, Alvin Burleson, played for the UW. All the Nate Robinson, Jamal Crawford, all those guys. Fucking Will Conroy, Zach Levine. Fucking, you know, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot of motherfuckers from nothing though. Like we used to didn't have none. They wasn't even looking over here for nothing. You know, Seattle's a city that, you know, motherfuckers had to put that shit on the map, dog. Like it was known for other shit, you know, but we had to put that shit on the map for real in real time. Because they wasn't even looking. Like Corey Dillon was, he wasn't even, you guys don't even know how he got his start, bruh. Like Corey Dillon, I told my son this the other day. We were talking about, I said, man, Corey Dillon was raw because he was talking about, I said, Patrick Mahomes is better than Brady. And then he's like, you know, they couldn't believe it. But I'm like, you know, Brady didn't have to do as much as Patrick Mahomes had to do. That's what I was trying to tell him. And I was talking about Corey Dillon. I was like, man, he had Corey Dillon for a fucking running back. I said, this guy rushed for more yards and, you know, he's probably like top 10, the most rushing yards in the game. I think he's number 5. I think he was literally number 5, almost 300 yards in one fucking game. You know, I was like, bro, third down and short, like they was giving it to Corey Dillon, bro. Like we already knew, and he'll break.
Yeah, he was kind of washed by the time he got to the Patriots, though. We ain't gonna do.
Hell no, they won Super Bowls. You're not washed. You're winning Super Bowls. They won
but
Super Bowls with Corey Dillon.
No, for sure, but he wasn't like Corey Dillon from the Bengals. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, he was probably
he was on the backside. He was on the backside of his career. Like he come in short situation. He wasn't a take it 80 yards, 76-yard Corey Dillon no more.
Yeah, no, not like that. Maybe not like that, but his numbers were, you know, said differently. Like he held up.
Yeah, no, he was good. He was still good.
Man. And them championships, man, Corey Dillon was scoring in the Super Bowls and shit.
No, for sure. He was elite. He was still elite. He was still good, you know. I think he got, 1,000 maybe one season? Or close to 1,000?
Shit, man.
Close. It was close.
I think that's when the league changed, though. It started going to more passing, you know, after that era right there, maybe.
Yeah, well, but the Patriots, it was all, you know, Corey Dillon did good because you remember it was pass first anyways when he got there. But I think that he was there when Tom Brady was setting like the records, you know, like he would break Peyton Manning and then Peyton Manning would break his for the most all-time passing yards in the season, you know. They was good and up there. It was starting to move up there. But he was still good, though. I ain't going to downplay him. Corey Dillon was great. But he wasn't Cincinnati Corey, though.
No.
We ain't going to act like Tom Brady just had an easy cakewalk because he had
it was, man. Tom Brady had cakewalks. They had #1 defenses and shit. Like they had they were top notch. They had Deion Branch and, you know, all these.
But he had to pass him the ball, though. You know, he had to pass him the ball.
Randy Moss. This guy had Randy Moss. They went undefeated.
Yeah. Undefeated, killed it.
Like, come on, man.
Lost in the Super Bowl, fucked up.
So he had good teams. Asante Samuel and shit. Ty Law, man. Them dudes were elite, bro. That was like the Legion of Boom. Them dudes was. That was. Come on, man. They had Teddy Bruschi, Teddy Bruschi and shit. And
Rodney
when he
Harrison.
was young.
Yeah, Rodney Harrison, the safety.
Yeah. They
Nah,
was
he had
ball,
great teams.
man.
He had great teams, but I
Yeah,
mean, Mahomes
fantastic.
ain't better than Brady. I ain't just gonna let you slide past that. Like, cakewalk. Brady's
Oh,
7
no, no,
Super
no, no, no.
Bowls.
Okay,
You know what I'm
Melee
saying?
said he went for 16, 700 to 800.
Okay, but I mean, still good though, considering that.
What? That's excellent.
Yeah,
Especially the 16. The 16 is
16 is
amazing.
amazing.
The 16 is
Okay, Tom
amazing.
Brady might have had a cakewalk that year. You know what I'm saying? But shit.
He had cakewalks the other years when he was just a game manager. They won 2 of them Super Bowls by a fucking field goal at the end of the game. And I
No,
believe
for
the
sure.
other
But
team missed the field goal.
he wasn't no
One,
game manager. You're playing
one of
in
the
the
team,
era of defenses, though. That was Tampa Bay's defense, Ray Lewis them defense, the Raiders defense. Like with Charles Wood. I mean, we're talking about the era when you wasn't passing for 400 yards a game. You was lucky to get 100 rushing, and you was lucky to get 200 and something passing. Tom Brady changed the game. Him and Peyton Manning changed the game to what it is today. With no Tom Brady, you wouldn't have Patrick Mahomes passing for 300-400 yards in a game. He's doing that because of Tom Brady. The Drew Breeses, Tom Brady, Peyton Mannings, they started getting that ball out there.
yeah. Hell yeah. That boy had good teams, man.
We ain't gonna act like Mahomes' team don't go to the Super Bowl every year. He's got a great team.
Mahomes brings his team to the Super Bowl every year. He
No,
does that.
no, he's
Mahomes
got
does that.
A-list receivers.
No, there ain't no A-list nothing. He didn't have
You're
nothing.
crazy. You're crazy. Every year he had what? The little fastest guy in the world as one year.
That was one Super Bowl.
Then you had Asante Smith Samuel or something. Not Asante Smith, but Smith Schuster or some shit is one of his receivers.
Nah, shooter. He's on his ass end, and you know it. But he's been
And
doing
what's the
his
other
job.
legend?
I like
They
him.
got the legend. They got the legend from the Houston Texans with the dreads. I forgot his name.
Who? Fucking
Hopkins.
DeAndre Hopkins. He was on his ass end.
They got Travis Kelce, probably the best tight end of all time.
Travis Kelce, he needs to. If he
His
doesn't
running
do
game,
good this
we
year,
ain't
I'm
gonna talk
blaming
about
Taylor
his running
Swift.
game, bro. He's always got an elite running game with him. 1,000-yard backs every year. Defense on point. One of the best defenses that can come out of the NFL at the time. Come on, man. We ain't gonna act like Mahomes don't got a cakewalk. That's how he started coming in doing that fancy shit, because he had a cakewalk. And I think he walked into a championship team. Didn't Andy Reid have the team already, like in the conference finals or something, or the AFC championship before Mahomes got there?
You said
Oh, come
who?
on. Andy Reid. Didn't he already have the Chiefs right there, ready to win the Super Bowl? Then Mahomes came in, and then they got to it or something, or already won a Super Bowl. How that work?
Nah, hell nah. Fuck no.
I'm sure.
That's how Tom Brady did. Tom Brady came in from a Drew Bledsoe getting hurt.
Yeah, but they weren't gonna win no
late.
Super Bowl. They weren't gonna win no Super Bowl with Drew. They hadn't done it yet.
Yeah, they were.
No, they wasn't.
Drew Bledsoe was one of the best quarterbacks in the league at that time.
He ain't had no Super Bowl under his
like you
belt.
talking about 300-400 yards. Drew Bledsoe was lighting motherfuckers up for 400 a game. He was lighting motherfuckers up.
But he didn't have no
Brady
Super
was
Bowl.
a game manager, bro. They used the running backs and shit to wheel them short yardage situations, game manager shit. Now, Brady, he has the mechanical phenotype. He's tall. He got the mechanics, bro. I'm not going to take nothing from him. But he's slow as molasses, right? He's always been slow. That's a problem when we talk about you're better than somebody.
Slow
Name
runner.
one car that's slower than this car that's better than it. Right?
He's a slow runner. He's got fast release though. That's
Well,
all he needs. He's a
rid of
quarterback.
that ball. He gets rid of that ball fast.
Yeah, he's a quarterback. He don't gotta.
He gets rid of the ball quick. He makes a quick decision, and he gets rid of that motherfucker.
But he don't gotta run fast though. That ain't the game. He's a quarterback. You gotta throw fast.
Well, the fact that he can't spend too much time in the pocket will say that he's not as good, right? If I had to pick a quarterback that can't stay 5 seconds in the pocket because he's too slow, would that make him better in a skill set or worse in a skill set?
Worse when it comes to speed, but he can spend 5 seconds in there. Let's not get it twisted. He's done it.
Man, did you see Mahomes almost down on the ground the other day and threw it sideways? Touchdown. You didn't see that?
Mahomes is great, but he ain't better than.
He's better than Brady, bro.
He's better. He's good, but he ain't better than.
Oh my goodness, he's better than Brady, bro. He is.
That's what I can't agree with that. He ain't better than. He good though.
He can win at any time. He could come down there. You give him the ball, he can win the game at any time, dog.
Brady could too. Brady done it all the way up to this last Super Bowl.
Nah, when you put that pressure on Brady or Brady's hurt, he ain't doing shit.
But nah.
Yeah, because we saw it in the Super Bowl. Brady was hurt in the Super Bowl. He didn't do it. Patrick Mahomes, you saw him down and hurt.
He beat Patty. What are you talking about?
High ankle sprain. We didn't even know if he was going to play the next day. Okay?
He beat Patty.
That boy came out there in front of the world, in front of the whole world, and won that shit. Tornado warning. I don't know. You want to call me a hater, buddy. I'm not a hater. I'm a Chief fan. Patrick Mahomes, my guy. He's better than fucking Brady. That's all I'm saying. He's better than Brady.
Beat Patrick though in the AFC Championship and in the Super Bowl.
Now he had a hell of a defense, and he had a hell of a core. Them receivers, he had a better core. The team was a better team than the Chiefs.
Nah,
they were
in the Super Bowl too.
Chiefs didn't lose because they just lost. Like they lost to the better team. That team was better than us. Brady.
Patrick Mahomes lost to Tom Brady is what it was 2 times before Tom got out of here.
Man, look.
You had your shot at the GOAT and you didn't execute. You wasn't ready. You wasn't ready, young pup. You wasn't ready, young pup. Put some years under your belt.
Nah, that shit was bullshit. I think
we can have the what if conversations when the man grows and becomes good. But here's the thing: you had your shot, champ. You had your shot. When I was with New England,
Brady's first 3, wasn't spectacular. Very low scoring. First 3, those
again, that was the way the game was. He had to convince the coach to get me certain receivers so I could do my thing. He changed the game for Patrick Mahomes. Now it's almost a standard. You got to be able to come in and do what Brady has done, or you're not even an elite quarterback these days.
No. You have to come in like Patrick Mahomes and shut the whole fucking league down.
But before it was the Patrick Mahomes, it was come in like Brady. Then Patty followed in like Brady and did his thing. And now the news term is, we need a quarterback like Mahomes.
The game started changing. I get it. They want their traditional stand in the pocket quarterback and shit. Your traditional guy. Those days are over, man. Those days are over.
It is. Patrick elevated it because you got to be able to escape.
I'm gonna be real with you, man. I'm gonna be 100,000 real with you. And you might think I'm crazy for this. You might think I'm fucking nuts. Because Tom Brady, You know, he does have that clutch gene.
He
He
does.
does have that clutch gene. Like, but Patrick Mahomes has that, so we can't even say that. Like, that's
He
not
does.
even nothing with him. But Peyton Manning,
Don't do it, bro. Don't even do it. I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to hear it. 'Cause another one that's had they shot at the GOAT several times.
Peyton Manning, it just didn't
Bro.
turn out for him for
Because of
some
who?
reason.
Because you were in, you had to
I
face
couldn't
Tom.
believe it. I couldn't believe it. He was cursed. I think he was just cursed.
No,
man.
he was facing Tom. He had to get through Tom to get to his goal, and Tom wasn't letting it happen. That's the difference, bro. That we're not even gonna say nothing like that. The only man that could brag is Eli, because Eli put it to Tom.
Those Super Bowls that Brady got, Peyton should have split those.
But he
He
couldn't.
should have.
He had better teams. He had Edgerrin James, Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne.
No, don't do that. Don't do
He
that.
had Reggie
You
Wayne
had
too.
Randy Moss. You had
One
Randy
year, like
Moss.
one good year. In one
You
good
had
year.
Randy Moss, dog.
And when they grabbed Randy, Randy was from the Raiders saying, I'm not playing football no more. So let's not act like Tom didn't rejuvenate Randy.
Nah, Randy rejuvenated Tom, dog. Because
No,
Tom was
Randy,
in a
come
drought.
on, bro.
Tom was in a drought.
No,
You
he
know.
just won a Super Bowl. How are we droughting? He won a Super Bowl every other year and went to the AFC Championship every fucking year.
No. The first, he went the first 3 years, the first 3 out of 4 years. Those first 3, there was a 4-year span, right?
Yeah.
And then he took a little break before that Randy Moss shit.
But he was in the AFC Championship or close to it every year.
Wasn't, you know, he took a little break right there, man. And then he got back on his shit. And then he faded all. He got back on his shit. You know, he gets his.
He
gets his.
But well, I ain't saying nothing about it. But I'm saying
he said time to go.
Peyton
man.
had a
You
way
young
better
dudes don't be
cast,
knowing
bro.
shit. You young dudes, man.
Peyton had a way better cast, bro. Stop it. He had
he said Tom didn't win for like 10 years. I knew it was something, dog. Tom.
But I ain't saying he was, but he was in the go back and look at his AFC Championship appearances.
Doing a lot of fraudulent shit.
Look at his AFC Championship appearances. The game before this, he just happened to lose a bunch of those too.
Patty's 3 and was he 3 and 2, huh? 3 and 2.
He lost the AFC Championship to Tom Brady. I know that when Brady was with New England and then Brady won the Super Bowl. Then he lost the Super Bowl when Brady went to the NFC and they met. He lost to Brady in that Super Bowl. So I know he'll never be better than the GOAT himself.
See, this tornado warning, dude. He can't. See, I'm going to have to get on your ass now, bro. Hit that fucking subscribe. I'm on your ass now, dog. I gave you a chance. You know, you're one of those fans that can't accept the fact that I just don't think slow ass Tom Brady, when you pressure Brady, he folds. He folds under pressure, bro. If you get the right team on him and people done proved it, they scheme for him, right?
And they
you
still
get the
lose.
right pressure. The boy that the Dallas, because this is a Dallas Cowboy fan I'm up here arguing with right now. Okay. Let me add that in there. You know, this is a Dallas Cowboy fan. You niggas got rid of Micah Parsons. Right?
Yeah,
Brady don't have no answers for players like him. He don't.
You're crazy.
He's scared of dudes like that.
No, he puts extra packages and he gets them out the game.
Nah, Brady folds.
No, we
Brady
don't.
We was thinking Brady was seeing ghosts. I think that's where that shit came from. Seeing ghosts. That
because he always had a weak. He always that tells you how much of a goat he is.
Getting hit, bruh. Come on,
he always had a weak offensive line. That's why.
Always had a weak. No, he didn't, man.
Facts. Never had no left tackle. Name a left tackle Tom Brady's had that could defend him. And there's plenty of good ones in the league.
Man, look. You can't name no left. Name 5 left tackles
Yeah,
right
I was
now.
just thinking, girl. I couldn't name a
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, come on. Come on, man.
Oh shit!
Come on, man. Come on, man.
All right, you got me on that one. I'm gonna admit it because I thought about it. I can't name one, so you know,
Hey,
whatever.
see, he's trying to size me up. Hey, I ain't 5'6", bro. I ain't 5'6". You know what I'm saying? But that 6'3" wingspan to tap that chin, though. I know that.
Oh
Hey,
shit!
we talk about these dogs, but you know, when you size the motherfuckers up, shit, let's size you up.
Yeah.
If you big, that's even better. You know, because I could just chop your ass right down, buddy. It's cool, bro. We take all fades. We take all work, man. We take all work, man. Tornado warning. But now, I can't even, you know, they're going to hit me for abuse. They're going to hit me for abuse. I can't even talk shit. I just want to talk a little smack, man. That's all, man. I got to behave on here. All right, you win, Tornado. I'm 5'6". You win. They're going to get me for cyberbullying.
Yeah, Mike Tyson always said it the best. Everybody got a game plan. They're fighting a different sport right there now. You can't just look at somebody and think you won that. It ain't how fighting work.
He said, your beard don't even grow in evenly because you're stressed. This guy's a comedian.
This guy's a homosexual.
Yeah, or something. Like, this guy, whoa. I ain't never really looked at a motherfucker's beard like that. Like, oh, his shit's not straight. That nigga's beard ain't on his lip right. Man, he's zesty. Zesty Luther King.
We gotta chill. Tornado warning.
Yeah, I gotta stop talking crap, man. I gotta leave dudes alone. I'm not trying to lose my monetization.
I get to talking about beards and shit. Man, you looking a little too hard.
Man, I'm a hater too. You know, I like hating, man. Look, I like hating, bro. I like hating, bro.
You definitely hating on the GOAT. Tom Brady trying to get that shit to Patrick Mahomes. You crazy, man.
Nah, Brady, Patrick Mahomes is better, bro. He's just a bigger threat, you know. And he's done it with nothing. Like every year, is no defense. That defense came out of nowhere at the end of the season. But if you could remember, we can't never stop nobody. It don't matter if it's a weak ass team. It don't matter. We can't never stop nobody, dog. Every team, even you saw it, the Chargers the other day. We can't stop nobody, dog. Dudes is wide open, and then all we could do is put it in Patty Mayonnaise hands. Put it in Patty's hands. That's all we could do, bruh.
Yeah, I ain't gonna talk about it because we lost our first one.
Yeah, we lost. I lost. We lost. You know, my team lost. But one thing I don't want to be is a team that's undefeated for a long period of time during the year.
Yeah,
because I believe a team really and the Patriots, they proved it, but it was Brady that was hurt. That's really why they lost. Brady, his leg or something, which Patrick Mahomes, high ankle sprain, still played in the Super Bowl, won that shit. To me, that's worth 2 Super Bowls right there. And then the one against the Raiders when he
that's what
came
we
back.
can't do.
I think we was down like 17 or 21. We might have been down like a 21 points or some shit. came back
great.
in the Super
That's great.
Bowl and won the Super Bowl. It ain't
That's
never
great.
been no comeback in the Super Bowl like that. Never. That
No,
should have been worth 2 Super Bowls
hold
right
on,
there.
hold on, big dog. Hold on. The GOAT hasn't beat when he was down 28-3 against Atlanta and came back. See, he still didn't accomplish the GOAT. You feel what I'm saying?
That was some fake shit. The lights cut off. See, and that's when I really knew that
That's
they
what
was
I'm
just
talking
trying to.
about. See? You was
No,
just
they were
and I
trying
had
to make
remind you.
Brady. Listen, they couldn't make 100. No, they couldn't make 6 fucking goats because they, we got Brett Favre, we got, all these goats that we can make, but Peyton Manning, like we got a lot of them that we could, Drew Brees. We could make all these motherfuckers goats, but it ain't gonna. They knew that somebody would come through and eclipse that. Joe Montana, I think he got 4 championships. They knew that
of his
somebody
era,
would eclipse
though.
that.
See, that's what the GOAT is, an error. You got like a 10-year span, I say, and if you change the game, then there could be more than one GOAT. Michael Vick's a GOAT. He brought running into the
So
quarterback.
Patrick Mahomes is a GOAT then. Did you
For
agree?
sure. Of his era, for sure. But he ain't bet. But where you get me is when you try to say he better than Tom Brady.
Bro, this dude's been in the league 7 years and been to 7 fucking AFC championships, bro. What are we talking about right now?
Like Tom Brady. Listen, no, that's good. What happens? Bro? Okay, but what if he's going to play 20 years? The way the game is set now, unless you take a major injury, these quarterbacks are going to play
20 years like Brady.
But he's going to though, right? Years. So what if he goes 6-7 years, the next 7, because they're not going to make the Super Bowl this year? What if they go the next 7?
How do you know they're not going to make the Super Bowl this year, dude? What
because I'm throwing that out there. They're not making the Super Bowl.
How do you know they're not going to make the Super Bowl this year?
I told you this last year when they lost. If we run it back, I told you last year.
What are we talking about?
And I told you when they lost, that was the end of the dynasty. So they're not going back this year. And I'm going to stand on that. They ain't going back this year. It's over. You're going to have a few years to where you got to reshift some shit around. You got to get new defensive players. You got to get new offensive players to come in and change up and then push back for another run. See, he's finna face that adversity. He's had a cakewalk. These last 7, he's had a gift to the Super Bowl, or at least a tip. You've had the opportunity. So what happens when that switch? What if he go the next 5 without it? Is he still a GOAT?
Oh, if he go the next 5 without it? Brady took a 10-year break. That's what Melee said.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's about the bounce back.
Standard don't count when it comes to Brady's bum ass.
No, that's what makes it even more impressive. That's why I say it's hard to beat him, because you have to go through what he's been. You can't play 10 years. Say Mahomes only plays 10 years. First 7 AFC championships, couple Super Bowls. The next 3, he don't really do nothing. He retires. He's not better than Tom Brady. He had a good career. And you were a GOAT of your 10-year span. That era, you was one of the GOATs of that era. But you're not the best of all time, the GOAT. If we're going to rank up from the 60s to now, Tom Brady's the best quarterback to ever play the game. If it ended today.
It can't end today. Why can't it end in the middle of or the beginning of Brady's fucking career? Okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We gotta let him accomplish it.
Listen, Tom Brady's first 3 Super Bowls, all right? Because it was a lot of Super Bowls. It's like, fuck this Patriot shit. And I ain't gonna lie, I thought that shit was more like had to do with 9/11, dog. Because they got the stars, the American flag type of team, America, all of that shit was going on. There was a lot going on, dog. So that's kind of what we needed as a country, dog. That was a 9/11 year when they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I believe so. But if that was the case, they would have gave it to the Giants. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, hell nah. They wasn't fuck no. And then because it was Drew Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe was the guy. He got hurt. He went to the university. He went to the Washington State University.
Yeah, no, Drew Bledsoe was the man. He did go down, but Tom Brady didn't lose while he was out, so they
No,
couldn't
Tom
put.
Brady didn't do shit, man. He was a game manager, man. He handed the fucking ball off, kind of like what Russell Wilson do, minus the scrambling, bro. He
Nah,
didn't
man,
do.
Tom Brady made plays. Yeah, when he first got
Played,
in, he
he
was a rookie,
played
or not a
not to
rookie, but like a
fuck up,
couple. You
dog.
know, he was just starting. Yeah, he game
No, they
managed
had
them.
amazing defense. They had
No, they did.
all
They
these
did. That
dudes.
first Super Bowl, I give it to you. They wasn't allowing Tom to open up. But he made plays while Drew Brees was out that they could see. And they was like, okay, although, yeah, you're coming in, you're managing the game, you still got to make plays to win the game. And he was making plays. So they allowed his career. And then he ended up going all the way to the Super Bowl and they just rolled with him. He won. And then his career began. So if anything, you want to try to deduct,
But
like,
but
oh,
he
man,
still, it was mediocre. Even the next year after that, they won by a fucking last second field goal or some shit, dog. Like,
but look who his coach was. Look who his coach was. He had to open
oh,
up.
so now we're blaming it on the
No, I'm
coach.
not blaming it. I'm saying, look, he had a
Well,
traditional
look who
coach.
LeBron James's coach is. Nobody never
No,
looks at that.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying he had a traditional coach that after Brady won a couple Super Bowls, he got his trust and he started allowing Brady to start calling plays in the offense. He started allowing him to, hey, let's get this receiver and this receiver. I want to open it up a little more. If you go back and watch him, he said he had to get on it because Belichick was real A to B gets you C. You know what I'm saying? So he had to break down the barriers, and then with the game as today, that's all I'm saying is Patrick will never be better than him because he's the reason why Patrick is throwing 500 yards. You know what I'm saying? He took the game of Tom Brady with the arm and then added the legs of Michael Vick and was like, I'm gonna be the best of all time, which is cool, but put in the time now. We giving the man the GOAT term too early is all I'm saying. What if he fuck up the next 10 years and don't win nothing else for the rest of his career? Are you still gonna call him the GOAT?
Hey man, look, Brady, he did all he could do. You know, even with Randy Moss and shit, like, you know, like Randy Moss wasn't no slouch, man. You know, like they was hooking up multiple times a game, running shit. You know, that could go down in history as one of the best duels.
For sure,
You know,
for sure.
Randy Moss and fucking Brady, bro.
But
Randy Moss,
Brady
he was an
rejuvenated Moss, though.
unstoppable force, bro. Unstoppable force. So
Not when
you
Brady got
that.
him, though. Not when Brady got him. Brady got him after Minnesota,
No,
after the
Brady got
Raiders.
him when they went to the Super Bowl undefeated.
But I know, no, for sure. But what I'm saying is Brady got Randy Moss when he was bent over and mooning the crowd in with the Raiders, when he was with the Raiders and said fuck football and wasn't catching number 1 or 2 passes a game. You see what I'm saying? If that. He got the worst of the worst, Randy Moss, and said, hey, I could bring this guy back. Randy Moss got what Brady was like, I'm gonna be
He got an
rejuvenate.
elite Randy Moss. He got an
Man,
elite
they got Randy Moss for pennies because he was out of football.
I'm talking about his ability and his skill level.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
They got an elite player, bro. Now, if they got it for a jug or they got him, you know, he probably was fucking off.
But Randy Moss never had a better season than that, except for when he was with Tom Brady. Somebody had to put that ball 60 yards in the air for Randy Moss to hawk down. It wasn't like Randy was doing it on his own.
Nah, Randy's catching anything, bro. That dude, I think he's like 6'4", 6'5". Like Randy Moss is catching everything, bro.
For sure. He's one of the best to ever play the game.
It wasn't until later then they started changing, you know, the size of the cornerbacks and shit, you know. Then you started seeing more 6 foot cornerbacks, 6'1". You know, the Seahawks came with the 6'4" and the 6'5" cornerbacks. That was the first time that the league has ever seen that. Now you start seeing bigger dudes, longer dudes, because they got these long ass receivers. Randy Moss was an unstoppable force, man.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm just saying there's only been one team. There's only one team in NFL history that's ever won a Super Bowl one-sided, and that's the Baltimore Ravens. When they had Ray Lewis and them, their defense won the Super Bowl. They scored every game and shit. That's the only one-sided team that's ever did anything. You see what I'm saying? So everybody got help. You know, like Mahomes has a great defense, great receivers, tight ends. He's got the complete package, running back,
Nah,
offensive
hell no.
line, and defensive line. Like he's got special teams. They could get onside kicks and shit. Like we gotta stop that.
Nah. Stop that. Stop that. Name one dude that we had on special teams.
Bro, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, when the game's on the line, we done see the Chiefs pull out everything, whether they done hit an onside kick, recovered, and Mahomes went down there and scored another touchdown for the game winner.
We're doing this shit. We know we got this pedigree. After a while, you got that pedigree, bro. Like for those first three that Brady won, I went against him all three because I didn't really believe that. I was like, wait a minute, it's just corny. It's
hard to believe, right? It's hard to believe. It's
corny as shit, bro. It was, and everybody.
It's hard to believe, bro.
I'm making you reminisce like that shit. It might be some myth busters about that. Then on top of that, you're deflating the footballs. You're spy gating. You're cheating.
Right. If you're not cheating, you're not playing.
No. You're cheating. This motherfucker was cheating. Where's motherfucking Tornado at? Tornado.
Now listen, I can't say nothing about the spy gate. Now that was some cheating shit. That wasn't Brady call.
You're deflating the footballs.
Now that's an argument right there, right? Like why would he deflate the football?
Argument? You're cheating.
Did he say he deflated the balls?
Did he say he spied?
That ain't got shit to do with Brady, though. Now, deflating the footballs, that would be upon Brady's request because I like my ball a little flatter. So there we go. Now let's talk about it.
No,
why would he do that?
No, you can't do that. It makes the ball easier to grip. It makes the ball easier to grip.
I don't know. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I always remember them saying they deflated the football. I'm like, why would you want the ball flatter?
Flat.
Okay.
Yeah. It's harder to punch out. Like when they try to punch it out, you know, you punch you got it. That's got a lot of air in it. Then that motherfucker will get somewhere.
Yeah.
But if you punch a motherfucker that's flat, that I got my hands indented into the motherfucker.
Now, was that what I'm saying? Was that a Brady call though? Like, did Brady say, "Yo, I want my football a little flatter"?
You get caught one time cheating.
That's cheating because they got a regulation on what the ball need to be at.
It's just like a rod. If she get caught one time cheating, you be a goddamn fool to believe everything she fucking say for the rest of her fucking life.
I agree. Now listen, I don't know if that was a Brady call though. Just like the Spygate, that ain't got shit to do with Brady, bro. Ain't nothing with Brady. That's the coach,
man. If you know the plays, that means you're gonna be making those third down. That's all we worried about.
That's coaching though. That ain't on Brady. That's coaching.
Just like in Madden, right?
Yeah.
Let's say a nigga watching your play, because you know how in Madden you can push the button and then go off of it, so he won't know that you watching his plays. If I'm watching your plays, how much? Because I watched niggas plays before.
Yeah.
You know, if you let me watch your play, I know what you're doing, and that's what football is all about. Finding out what a motherfucker's doing. If I can send a guy up the same hole your ass is going up, then most likely I'm gonna make the play. So
I agree.
Spying's, bro, how many Super Bowls they got caught that 1 year? But how many times did they cheat, bro?
Now, you know, that's the thing.
That's the first time they got caught. Brady been
that's the thing.
His whole career,
allegedly.
Sure. Everything's allegedly.
I don't think Tom Brady been deflating footballs. You know what I'm saying?
Goodness. Why? Because it would debunk your whole GOAT conversation, correct?
No, that's just like people throw when Canelo on steroids, but they still give a nigga the GOAT title. I'm not saying nothing about. I don't know nothing about that.
Canelo was the GOAT.
That's but I'm just saying that's just a reference. But I'm just saying, like, people always say that. But I'm saying, like, now I ain't know nothing about. I heard of the Spygate, but I don't think that got nothing to do with Brady's performance. Now the deflating the footballs, if that's Tom Brady's request, now that could be upon that's the asterisk.
So do we take the Super Bowl off for that, or we can leave it on?
That's an asterisk. You see what I'm saying? Now that would be a topic or argument to have, but it still don't say Mahomes is a better quarterback. Is all I'm saying. If Gus got caught cheating, deflecting footballs, down that's an asterisk. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Mahomes, his first 7, I think, was it first 7 years or 5 years? 6.5 years or some shit. He went to 5 Super Bowls, bruh.
No, he did great. He did
5
great.
Super Bowls.
But what I'm saying is he had his shot at Tom Brady twice in the AFC Championship and in the Super Bowl, and he's lost both of them. Now, you know what I'm saying? It ain't our fault, no. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was a little pup when he lost the first one.
Hey, sometimes you get jumped on. You know, Mayweather jumped on Canelo as a pup, got that victory out the way. This sometimes
and he was a pup in both of them actually, because if I'm not mistaken, he beat Patrick Mahomes in the championship a year before he went to the Super Bowl and beat the Raiders.
Yeah.
And then the year after that, that's when Brady came and beat him.
Yeah.
So he was still a pup.
But he was a Super Bowl victor and 2-time AFC champion appearance. So he wasn't a pup.
He was still a puppy though at that
There's some shit he
time.
needed, but see, sometimes you got to snap a motherfucker into reality now.
So then after that, what does he do? Okay,
Well,
so the
Tom's
next year
retired,
after that, he lost to the Bengals. The year after that, I believe he lost to the Bengals. Then
Tom's gone though. He's just continuing his career.
Then he goes to 3 straight Super Bowls, winning 2 of them. 3 straight Super Bowls.
Great.
Almost 3-peat. Never been done. 3-peat has never been done.
I was rooting for him. I went for him on one of them.
As a matter of fact, there's never been a team to win 2 Super Bowls and then even return to the Super Bowl. Not even Brady has done that. Because Brady's the fucking GOAT, right?
Troy Aikman did it with the Cowboys. 1-2, the 49ers won, and then he came back and won again.
Nah, hell no.
Yeah, Cowboys 95, 96, what we win? 91, 92, or 92, 93 against the Bills. 94 went to the San Francisco.
Yeah, so they didn't go to 3 straight. They didn't go to 3 straight.
Oh yeah. I got you.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes went to 3 straight. Nobody never did that before.
You know, Patrick's good, bro. He's good.
Yeah, so
I'm not gonna say he's not.
Talking about?
And I'm not betting against him. And right now, if Patty's playing, I'm going for the Chiefs. I ain't bet. Or even if I don't think the Chiefs, I ain't putting the bet up against it. But what I'm saying is, you said he better than Tom Brady. We got to stop that right there. He's good. He's
better than Tom Brady, bro. He
ain't better.
He is better. He's better.
We created the words GOAT because of Tom Brady. Greatest of all time. This is created, this term that we using, it's created because of the GOAT. You see what I'm saying?
Stop it.
We wasn't saying anybody's the GOAT until Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
we never said GOAT before. That man got 7 Super Bowls.
What happened, man? They didn't want to have 4 GOATs because if they love it, you know, the league. I'm talking about the league. The way the league been going, they target motherfuckers. They, you know how they blackball motherfuckers, dog. We don't got to go through this, bro. I'm gonna just tell you what's really good.
A Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks. Is Tom Brady on there? Yeah,
right.
Yeah, Brady's on there. But there's 3 other GOATs too, though. We ain't gonna just say like
one of them is still putting belt to ass. So you tell me, which one would you rather have? Just like when we talk about these fucking dogs, what would you rather have? You gonna go get some shit from way back in the fucking day, Zebo and shit, way back, old decrepit motherfucker. Let's dig his ass up, Joe Montana.
It ain't too far back in the day, though. We ain't comparing it that far because
that's what I'm saying. But I got this GOAT right now. He's still putting belt to ass, and we can't appreciate the greatness.
No, I do. I'm just saying, let's see how it continues because he may reach heights Tom Brady can never reach. This motherfucker might go 15 years AFC Championship and Super Bowl run, pull a LeBron for the you know what I'm saying? But and then what? It's no talking. What if he ends it with 8, 9 Super Bowls and a 12-piece appearance in the AFC Champ? He's got it. And we ain't even talking Tom Brady. It's Mahomes
Nah,
is the GOAT.
J83, that's not factual, bro. They were supposed to be a certain range, and he changed them, and it went outside of the range, or it wouldn't have been an issue, Jay. Jay, they got in trouble for that. They got penalized for that. They got fined millions of dollars for that, Jay. Come on, man. You gotta come on, man. Come on, dog.
No. That's cool, but like that's just a fine, though. That ain't really like
Man, you cheating,
where.
man. Tom Brady been cheating. They spying on niggas. What's up with the spying?
No, I agree. That ain't cool. But I think all teams do it. They just happen to
right
get
now for $1,000 a game, and you let me see your plays. I get to watch your plays. Bro, how can you win if I know your plays, bro? I know what you're doing.
Agree. But I think all teams was doing it and they just happened to get caught.
Nah, man. So what are we gonna do? Give them a pass? We're gonna get a motherfucker that got caught a pass.
No, I'm saying like, and that don't got shit to do with Tom. Like, I don't agree with it, but I'm just saying like they all got scouts that go to everybody's.
I was
practices.
wondering, there was some funny shit going on, dog, with them Super Bowls and them winning. They didn't just start doing it a week before they got caught. You should put an asterisk by all them niggas shit, dog. Real talk.
I don't think we can
those first 3 Super Bowls. Those first 3 Super Bowls that Brady got, you definitely should put an asterisk by them motherfuckers.
Can we penalize the players for the coaches' decisions though?
Because it's getting back to you, like it's getting back to the team. It's not like I spy on.
So what do you do? What do you do if you on that team and you getting intel? What do you do? Oh, I'm not going to use it. Like, is that the team's decision though? Like that's the upper management, and then are they even telling the team?
That's information that you're giving the team. Like
are they even telling the team, or the coaches just preparing game plans for certain situations?
Fist up right here, that means they're in a cover 2. You know what I'm saying? When he does this, like they're spying.
I get it, but I'm saying, like, are they informing the players of this, or are they just developing coverage? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, brother. Yes.
All right,
that's how the spy gate works.
Well, now we got different time. Now we got different levels of arguing, right? Like now it's like, okay, if the team knew it is,
you can watch them, but they recorded them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's cheating, bruh. Now you just watching them, because I can go to and scout you motherfuckers. My coach,
they all got scouts.
You're supposed to scout, right?
Yeah,
but you're not supposed to record them. They recorded them, dog.
Yeah, instead of writing it down, they was like, "Fuck it, we just gonna record this shit and take it back." Yeah. No, they used technology at a time when niggas wasn't using it. I get
it. They cheated at a time where it clearly says that the rule that you're not supposed to do that, and we got guys in the chat cheerleading and shit.
No, I agree. I agree with you. I say that's an asterisk, but I'm just saying, can we penalize the players? Like, did the players know of this, or was they just getting fed a game plan for the week and they had to execute it? Because if that's the case, it's not their fault. Now, if they knew, we got a different argument. I'm gonna agree with you. We got a different argument. If they knew, we got a different argument.
No. We're talking about champions. See, okay, if the player knew or not, right? If the
player don't know and he just got to learn a coverage, because they learn coverages every week for different teams. So if they're doing that and they're executing to the best of their ability, not knowing that the coaches know the other team's plays, and they coming out and I can't penalize the player. Now, if the players knew and was like, okay, yeah, we got the ups on them, they're going to be running this, we're going to be running this, then yeah, okay, you got to put an asterisk by all those Super Bowls. But if the players didn't know, and they just running it, thinking, oh, coaches is just guiding in this, because you still got to execute. We can't forget that. Like, you might know what's going on, or to a degree what's going on, but you got to execute. It's football. We all know one cut, one move, one slow step, and you burnt. So it ain't got shit to do with anything. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you know.
But if the players knew, you got to asterisk everybody. But if it was the coaches,
if the team benefited, and we're talking about Super Bowls, right?
Yeah,
If
no,
the
for sure,
team
because that's big.
benefited, and we're
Yeah,
talking about Super Bowls, if my defense knows where you guys are going, you know, or if I know when you're running this, or when it's a play action and when it's not, right?
yeah,
Then that's gonna help my team benefit because I'm gonna be
for
stopping
sure.
your ass. So you're gonna get more Super Bowls like that.
No, for sure.
Right?
But I can't penalize the player though. Is all I'm saying. Like I
Well,
get
well,
you. We
you
got to
gotta
put
put
an
an
asterisk
asterisk
on
by
that.
the Super Bowl, though.
We got
It's
to.
an
We got
asterisk.
to. And
Yeah.
then that's where we make the argument on the asterisk. Like Tom
So he
Brady, I
gets
must
he gets asterisks. That guy's got asterisks like a motherfucker on his
for
record.
sure. It's asterisk. But what I'm saying is though, asterisks can be argued. Like them Spygate ones, if the players didn't know, I'm still rocking them Super Bowls with Tom. Now, if Tom is deflating the balls on purpose, that's Tom's call. Come on, dog. Like you gotta go back and assess all those Super Bowls, because you know what I'm saying. But we don't know though, and we'll never know the complete truth on it, right? Like the players ain't gonna come out and say, "Yeah, we knew about Spygate." You know what I'm saying? Because then everybody knows that's an asterisk on my end. You see what I'm saying? So how do we get down to that? We gotta let's myth bust that shit. Pull up some. I know they done did documentaries and shit. Let's break that shit down.
Nah, listen, Brady is full of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it
With
could be.
he needs asterisks. That's all I'm saying. They tried to make him the greatest. You know, that's what they wanted to do. It's
Yeah.
just like Jordan. They deflated, they inflated Michael Jordan, bro. They made him a superstar. They said it. They was like, "Yeah, we're gonna make you a superstar. You know, you're gonna
That
be
was
the
the
best.
shoe. He
They're
had
gonna
to
put
put in
you
the
at
work
school,
though.
you know, as the best guy in the world and shit." You know what I'm saying? Like they did this shit. That's how
They
they
did
do it,
that
man.
because he was the best.
Listen, they're complaining about Caitlin Clark, like all the girls been getting in Caitlin Clark's ass, but they're like, Angel Reese's team ain't good enough, but that's the best rival. Like they need her team to be better because they
Yeah.
don't care about the other matchups, right?
Nah, that's gonna sell it.
It's right. So this is what the Brady is gonna sell it, bro. That's what it is, man. And they the boy's rich as fuck too. The owner, he's rich as shit.
Yeah.
You know, them dudes ain't fucking around, man. They man, come on, man. Even the Chiefs. Lamar Hunt dies. Chiefs win the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And now they selling whitewash ass Patty, moving
nah.
around. They got Patty out here moving around sus and shit. And then they selling them. You know what I'm saying? And you got and Patty, they won't throw Lamar in that spot, but they gonna throw Patty with the bent wrist and
Lamar ain't as good as Patty. Lamar's not as good as Patty, dog. He might be a little faster.
he faster.
You know,
Yeah, no,
with the wheels.
I like Patrick, man, and I like Josh Allen, and that's what makes Patrick great because he's got great quarterbacks that he's not letting elevate. That's the same thing Tom Brady was doing to all the other great quarterbacks, the Drew Breeses and Peyton. You got to suppress them. They can't win for you to be the GOAT. You got to keep winning. So as long as Patrick keep it up, yeah, he gonna become the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? But he got to put in that time first, though, because competition is stiff. What if he don't win no more? And you got a Josh Allen or a Lamar that come in and get 4 or 5 of them. I can't call you the GOAT because you split your time. See what I'm saying?
Man, listen, man. You're using cameras, dog. You know, at the end of the day, that's the ultimate level of cheating, bro. How can we
No,
want
for
to
sure.
believe you? We want to believe you because we love you, everything you did for the game. But how can we believe that you didn't really cheat with some more shit though? Like if something came out with Brady and Belichick cheating, let's say like 20 years from now, they really got some real documents and shit that people like, you know, it's some real shit after these motherfuckers is, you know, been about the spotlight. Would you be surprised? Would you?
Like, damn. I was on there looking like a fool
Surprised at
depending.
all. You wouldn't be surprised at all. You wouldn't be surprised. Nobody's surprised. That's the thing. We're not surprised. They do what they do. Belichick, that owner, you know, those dudes, they're gonna win at all costs.
Shit, no, you can't cheat and get caught, because if you do, then everybody look back and be like, oh, you really wasn't that good.
You know.
But you got to know they coming for you when you the top spot. They ain't got no other choice. Do I think they invented video recording fucking teams and shit? Nah, bro. Somebody was hating that they was the ones winning, and they dimed them out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's dicey, man. You know.
But there is asterisks, though. There's asterisks. That's why they make them.
Yeah, and Patrick Mahomes so far doesn't have any. You know, he fought hard, you know, and he took his lick, you know, because I thought they was gonna three-peat and beat the Eagles, but the Eagles, they came in there too strong, man. They came in too strong. The running game, you know, they had everything ready for the Chiefs. You know, they was ready. And furthermore, I got tired of people complaining about the refs and all of this and that and the refs, and you know, just like, come on, man. Now we really can't control that, but we got dudes deflating the footballs and Spygate, and we say that they're the GOAT, you know.
Well, shit, look at Jalen Hurts. You say the Eagles, look at Jalen Hurts. He done played for a championship for like the last 6 years or 5 years, starting from college up. And he got a couple of them.
Yeah, so what do we do?
You gotta watch out.
He had a great team. They had a better team than the Chiefs. I mean, they had a way better team than the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I'm gonna be real. Way. And Travis Kelce, he has been good, and I don't want to be saying this, that every dude, once they get with this famous ass broad, they switch it up. You know, that I don't know how that works. I don't know if I'd be as grimy if I was eating fucking barbecue shrimp and shit every day and flying, you know what I'm saying, doing all this shit with this rich ass broad. You know, you sipping on fucking the best shit, and you know, I mean, he might be a damn good football player, but I just think he's probably just getting a little soft, you know.
Yeah, less time working out and shit. You know, now he's spending time with his girl and shit, fucking around. Yeah,
exactly. So I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Yeah, we got a good one in today, man. A good one in today. Tom Brady, you know what it is. You got an asterisk by your shit. Don't make me do the Mythbusters.
Hey, it's an asterisk for sure. I ain't gonna disagree.
Several. It should be several, because we don't know. Like, I need to break this shit down. Like, that's why we gonna do a Mythbusters on this shit. I'm about to open up the classroom and bring out the documents and shit, because you know,
they do got information out there, so let's do it.
And then Patrick Mahomes, he been to 5 Super Bowls in his short career. This is like year number 8 he's on right now. And he's already been to 5 Super Bowls, right? Lost 2 AFC championships to the asterisk best guy in the world, and a young lion, Joe Burrow, by like a field goal. You know, that wasn't even like they beat us by a field goal. It was a bad day. Bad day for the Chiefs. But Burrow has that aura about him too. You know, Burrow could be pretty good, but they gave Brady all them rings, man, all that cheating. He got them rings. You know, when was the Deflate Gate? What year was that? Let me see.
2009?
I just want to see. What year? What year was Spygate?
Shit, the shit came out years after it though, didn't it?
Yeah. I just want to know. Okay, that was okay, 07. Okay, so that was that Randy Moss fucking year.
Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. If it's on the players, I don't think the players knew. But it's an asterisk nonetheless, because the coaching staff. But if the players knew, you can't penalize the players. I mean, if they didn't know, you can't penalize the players.
The motherfuckers know, dog. You calling the play and they doing the same shit. Like, damn, you gotta be thinking, like, damn, nigga, my coach, this motherfucker knows everything. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I say, hey, he's running. He's running to the right side. You know. Cause I know what he's doing. I know it. Cause I recorded their practice and I was able to watch that instead of just like regular game film or something. You know, I was able to watch you practice that shit. Onside kicks and shit, fake punts. Like I know when this motherfucker's in the game, it's a fake punt. You know, like you just know.
Yeah.
You cheating, bruh. I ain't gonna say how much of that affected, how many Super Bowls did it affect, but
It plays a part for sure, though.
they went undefeated that year.
They did, didn't they?
Fucking right. The motherfuckers went undefeated. And Brady
That shit
got
might have
hurt.
worked. That shit might have worked.
And that Giants defense, you know, that Giants defense was raw. You put that good defense on Brady, and he folds. I remember Terrell Suggs one year. He was like, see you in the Pro Bowl. He was on, they used to get on Brady's ass, dog. People got to stop this GOAT shit. They used to get on his ass when the times mattered. Just like Peyton Manning. I can't let him be the GOAT because he just came up short too many times. But his numbers were always there. You feel me? Because Peyton will put up 5 touchdowns and lose some of those matchups to Brady. You know, like, motherfucker put up 5 touchdowns, man. You did your fucking job, dog. I'm sorry. You know, I put up 5 touchdowns, so I got to put up 7 touchdowns. That's the shit that they asked Patrick Mahomes to do. If you look at it, Patrick Mahomes got to put up 5, 6 touchdowns and shit. All kind of shit. Running down the field, all this shit, sideways, throwing touchdowns and shit, leaping forward. You know, he's doing everything. Won a Super Bowl. Let me go back to what I was saying earlier. Won a Super Bowl. Hurt. They didn't even know if he was gonna play. He was hurt. Every play on the ground, getting up, gotta go to the sideline and shit. Still came in behind and won the Super Bowl, bruh. That should be 3 Super Bowls right there. You know, straight up. And then you young, you on your second year. Your first year, Brady beat you in the championship. You know, your second year, you win the Super Bowl.
No, he did good, man. I fuck with Patty. I ain't gonna downplay Patty, but I just say he got to keep going though. Before I call him to go, I got to see what you do throughout your whole career. Now, your career might only be 10 years, and you dominate for 9 out of 10. Yeah, for sure. Let's have a debate, but he ain't better than Tom Brady right now, no.
Yeah, he is. I think this is a better car. It's okay. Let's say like when the Maybach first came out, because that car came out. It actually had to come out certain year. I think that shit was like 2002 or something when the Maybach came out.
Yeah, perfect example.
Now, that car was better than all the cars that been around for years. You know, it was.
We were talking about the Rolls Royce because that's what it was compared to. The Phantom and the Maybach. Rolls Royce been here and still here.
So
Maybach ain't here no more though.
yeah, but it was a
So
better car than the other Benzes, though. Now, if you want to compare it to the Phantom, which I didn't know that they were trying to do.
well, I'm talking about the big boy Maybach because I know they got like a couple different Maybachs. Like you can still go get like a 580 Maybach, but I'm talking about like the 62, the long boy. That was like, you know, had the curtains in it. It's like compared for like the Phantom, you know, the big Rolls Royce.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, they
But
look different, but no, I could dig it on that level. And then they don't make them no more. So, but you know, they do that a lot. Because what does Rolls Royce make besides Phantoms and shit? And
well, they got the two door, the Wraith. You know, that's like the 580. You know, they still got like a Maybach 580. Like you get the double M's on a 580. But I'm talking about just the big boy. Like they took their big boy off. That's because people
seems like they're more geared toward, you know, more less than Benz. You know, Benz, they got all kind of shit.
Yeah.
Benz, to me, I think they producing more shit. Maybe. You know, Rolls Royce, you know, they might be partnered up with, you know, all kind of companies I don't even know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Just like fucking Ford was like Lincoln.
Yeah. Mercury.
I think they got Range Rover too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So you just never know if they're doing like major production, but the Rolls Royce, I just don't know like as big as their line is because they gotta come out with that shit. Unlike the Maybach, they could make shit come out or like a Chevy. You know, they make shit come out, discontinue it for fucking 30 years, bring the shit back out, you know. Just like the little Camaro and shit. Pop back out with the Camaro.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't say that it's less because it's not here no more. You know. However,
Yeah. I'm just saying, stand the test of time. You know what I'm saying? Mahomes is great. You know what I'm saying? He killing this era. You know what I'm saying? This is his era. You know, he got to keep putting it down though, because the era ain't over, and you got a lot of quarterbacks that was in your class that are hungry.
but he
You know what
still
I'm saying?
did more though. He did more. He's running that ball. He did more than Brady, bro. He's doing more. He's an
Yeah, you know, that's
overall
the time though.
better.
This is
Even
yeah,
Brady, I think Brady admitted it, didn't
yeah.
he?
No, Brady shook his hand and passed the torch, but to
Brady
come out and say
admitted
you
it.
better
Like, man, this
than
kid
Brady,
is amazing. Like,
but he is
fuck
though.
what
He
we're
is.
talking about. Brady admitted the shit. Like,
Nah, he
man,
is.
this Mahomes guy is amazing.
He ain't gonna say Mahomes is better than him though, because you ain't done enough. That's the old
Man,
class. You know,
he's
that's what
way
the
better, dog.
old people always tell you.
He's
That's
physically better. He's better.
Yeah, he's a better athlete physically and everything, but you got to stand the time though. Brady tore ACL in there on that drought that we talking about. Brady tore ACL. Both of them, I think. Tore one year, came back, won a Super Bowl, tore another one. You got to go through some shit to get to it. Brady kept going though and came back and won more Super Bowls is all I'm saying. At year
That
19
last
when
one, that he just kind of got picked to that team. Like that team was already a hot prospect. You know,
well,
when
he
they
made
beat
it better
the
though.
Chiefs,
He came in and started airing it out, getting them deep, getting it open, putting points on the board. You know what I'm saying? And then he won the Super Bowl again on his way up out this bitch. He's the shit. Won that
oh, that was
motherfucker
the
in
one.
Tampa
That was
without
the
the
last
coach.
one.
Yeah, without the coach, without the Spygate, without all that other shit attached to him. came out and let you know I'm still that guy, and I would have done it even if I wasn't there. It just happened to be where I was at. That's what I feel like. You know what I'm saying? Like Brady kept going. So does this guy. Got to keep going. We had a lot of quarterbacks that we thought was going to be the best that didn't.
I ain't gonna jinx my homie, but I definitely know that you guys have not seen the last of this guy.
Yeah, I hope not. I hope not. Good for football.
I mean, we're gonna have to fix this defense if we're gonna be able to put Mahomes in that position, because this year I see him doing a little bit, having to do too much. Pacheco, those guys that running game, they got to figure that shit out some kind of way, because Brady has always had that reliable cats that you can rely on all the time. We can't even name a guy that Mahomes has had that's reliable. We can't even name him.
Come on with that, man. Kelsey is the most reliable.
No, I'm talking about a running back. I'm talking about running backs.
Yeah, I don't know their running backs' names, but they had a couple good ones.
Brady's had a lot of them. Brady's had a lot of them motherfuckers. A lot of them.
But he's done it without them too, though. He's done it without them.
Marshall Faulk at one time.
Did they get Marshall? No, he had Kevin Faulk. He had his brother or his cousin.
Something, man.
Marshall was with St. Louis. Marshall was with.
He had a lot of good running backs, man.
Yeah. No, he did. He had some good ones. He had some bad ones too, though. He had some years where it was Brady was out there getting ragdogged by some strong defenses and linebackers. You know, they was hitting back then. That's another thing. Brady was getting hit then. They can't hit Patty now. You know, Patty can't take that helmet under the chin and get slammed down into that ground and have to get up without a flag being thrown. And all you could do is yell at the fucking referee. Patty ain't going through that.
Brady's ass, they protect him. Brady, they
started to
touch Brady, bro. I'm glad we're having this argument, because they started to touch Brady. He was such a diva. You couldn't even.
That was because they tore his ACL. They ran in there and ripped his ACL, and they was like, "Damn, we got to kind of protect the quarterback a little bit, because shit, that was the money." I think that was week one year.
Brady with legs, I'll take that.
Yeah, he's a better. Pat is better, bro. But I'm just saying, like, and if Pat doesn't challenge Brady, who's going to do it? Because the other quarterbacks in Pat era, y'all have already got off to a late start because of Pat. So you probably would never catch Brady. The only one that is in this next 10 to 20 year span right now that can catch him is Patrick. So I'm rooting for Patrick. Don't get it twisted. He just got to do it.
Man, I don't even think Patrick Mahomes just has to win one more Super Bowl, bro. That's it. And if he wins two more, that would even see.
What he got? Three? What he got? Three?
He's got three so far.
I say he needs three more. I say two. I would say, because look, if you're gonna because look, you can asterisk one Super Bowl with Tom Brady if he got caught deflating footballs, because I believe that's directly on Tom. That wouldn't be the coaches. That's something Tom probably instructed.
How many? 8?
I think 7. I think he got 7. So take one off because of the deflate.
7. Patrick Mahomes gonna catch him.
I don't know, man. Nobody's ever done it though. Nobody's gotten close. I think the closest quarterback
has been to 5 Super Bowls in 7 years either. 6 years.
Yeah, but he's only got 3 rings though.
In 6 years, brother.
He only got 3 rings though, and there's other quarterbacks is coming.
So what?
Jalen Hurts is there.
I'd rather almost get a ring than not get one at all. Sometimes Brady, if it wasn't for the field goal kicker, and I think it was 2 of those Super Bowls,
for sure,
Brady won both of those with a field goal kicker.
And the AFC Championship. I think Adam Vinatieri hit that one in the snow that took him to the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
So yeah, for sure.
This chump wasn't even supposed to be there.
For sure. It's a team game. I'm not gonna get that. But when Jalen Hurts win this year, he's already up there with Patty. You see what I'm saying?
How is he up there with Patty?
Because that would be 2 Super Bowls and 3 appearances. And plus, you've been appearing in the championship game since college for like the last 5-6 years. So he's right there with Patty. So this is what I'm saying. Patty got to keep putting pressure on him. He got to stop other people. Because Jalen is, nigga, already got 1 and 2 appearances. Come on, man. He catch one more appearance this year and the Super Bowl.
Jalen's not doing that, though. See, that's the thing. That's the kicker.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man.
He's not doing that this year.
Well, see, if you look at it, the kicker is.
Oh, yeah, they beat the Cowboys.
Jalen got an easier ride, though, because then who's going to challenge the Eagles really out the NFC? I know it just started, but I believe the Eagles might go back. Now, in the AFC, man, Patty got competition, bro. You got other quarterbacks that's hungry. Patty got a tough road. You look at it week 1, shit, like you said, Patty might have to do too much. What if Patty get hit and catch an injury? This is Patty ACL year. Now you got Jalen going for the Super Bowl without Patty. And you know Patty may not return the next year the same. Take Patty's leg down, I'm saying, man, we ain't going to say it on him, but I'm just saying, like, we got to let this boy play. It might be over for the Chiefs because I don't think they're going to the Super Bowl this year.
And I don't think you know what you talking about, bruh.
Hey, we're going to see, man. We're going to see. You just said your most reliable receiver ain't got his head in the game. He worried about Taylor Swift and that pussy. So, hey.
Shit, Patrick Mahomes, you know, one thing about it, he'll pull it off some kind of way.
That's what's going to make him better than the
like that all day, because at the end of the day, all these motherfuckers supposed to be professionals. So, at any given time, they should be able to do a professional move and make it happen. So therefore, it's all on Patty.
It's all on Patty.
Everybody else got help. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, you know, but Patrick Mahomes, if Patrick Mahomes had a Derrick Henry, he would already have 6 Super Bowls.
Tell me about it. If Dak had a Derrick Henry.
I'm dead serious. And I like Pacheco. Only because he's on my team. Nobody else probably like him. Nobody else probably like him. Except for me, he's on my squad.
Yeah.
He said, Chiefs' time is up. Just face it. And we just went to the last 3 Super Bowls and won 2 of them. Paris Jackson, man, a lot of times I look at some of your comments and I value the things that you say, brother. But right now, but right now, brother, you want some type of dope.
Come on, man. Don't be
now,
like that, man.
Let's say that the Chiefs go 2 years without making the playoffs. Let's just hypothetically say it. Then you could count a nigga out. Then you could be like, you know what? The Chiefs' time is over. But for a team that just went to the Super Bowl, you would be crazy to count them out. Even if we get into the playoffs as a wild card team, that would be like one of the most wild card team that you'll have to watch out for, bro. Like,
no, for sure.
I don't know how long you've been watching football, Paris Jackson.
They're not out until they out, but we just saying the dynasty's over.
They not out. I'm glad we lost the first game because the worst year is when you go through the year undefeated, 12 games and 9-10 games, and everybody get to talking all this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, undefeated. I don't want that. I don't want that. Let me take my licking. We take one early, maybe take another loss or 2 later on in the year. And you know, and that way we rolling on the right cylinders. This regular season shit, that's what you guys get excited about. See, if you're a Chief fan, over the last 5-7 years, we only been worried about Super Bowls. Like I'm telling my girl to go to Party City, you know, the party store, and buy some balloons and tablecloths and shit. So we could have get some paper plates and shit. You know, we're going to get paper plates and shit.
Yeah,
okay?
Red and yellow and shit. Y'all gonna get red and yellow.
Understand me? You understand me? We're going to get paper plates around this motherfucker. Yeah. You guys is getting all hype over the regular season and shit. Nah, buddy.
All right.
We ain't doing that.
All right. Hey, you can talk that shit. You can run it. You go say, I'm gonna let you get it because y'all been there. But hey, only time will tell. You know what I'm saying? Time gonna tell.
He said they got his best receiver and shipped him out to Miami. And then we won a Super Bowl after that, bro. Ween, he's starting to make it seem like you don't watch football, brother. See, I'm gonna have to do a little football segment here, man, because
Yeah, it's that year.
You know?
It's that time of the year. It's time to get it going, though. Shit talking begins week one,
my
bro.
guys,
You know that.
they sounded like they don't watch football, man. Like,
Nah,
we got
man,
rid of that dude and went to 3 Super Bowls after we got rid of his ass. What are we talking about?
No, for sure. Week one is that time, though. You know, motherfuckers, Super Bowl. We're going to the Super Bowl. You see how we acted week one. But listen, it's a long season, man. It's a long season.
Yeah.
So I don't like to get them predictions out there early. I'm letting you know the Chiefs is over, bro. It ain't going to happen this year.
Them.
It ain't going to happen this year.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, I got you. Man. Because I'm like, man, I know I got some football fans here, man. You know, if niggas don't even watch football, it's like, shit, we ain't even got to talk about football, you know. I ain't, you know what I mean? Got to go down that rabbit hole at all. Yeah, now we've been in here, man. I'm gonna get to these back streets, man.
Hell yeah.
Back streets. I got a couple calls I gotta make, couple, you know, iron out some shit. A lot of shit going on.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna catch up with you then, man.
Yeah, you already know, brother.
All right.
Hey, man, get it in. Get it in. Smash that like button. You know what it is. You rocking with the best. Buckcity Reloaded. Magazine out. Get the mag. I'm about to get it in. Text me if you need magazines. If you need bulk, whatever it is, text me. I got fat packs. I can send you a fat pack, 6-pack, all the way up to 20-pack. You dig? Tap in so we can get it in on the other side. You dig? I'm out of here.
They're not even knowing what I'm talking about. Yes, the 4-5.
You know I got that lemon squeeze with that Hennessy. That 4-5 lemon squeeze when they catch me. I'm from another breed, comatose off buying weed. Tupac, bury me in G with my lemon squeeze. You know I got that lemon squeeze with that Hennessy. That 4-5 lemon squeeze when they catch me. I'm from another breed, comatose off buying weed. Tupac, bury me in G with my lemon squeeze. Stop at Parnell's, pick me up a lemon squeeze. Hope I got that lemon squeeze when they catch me. Made G, banging LP from the CD. Suicide doors on the purple flag GT. 3 G's on my head, broke nigga shit. They want me on that best, so I'ma tote my shit. Got some weed, I'ma smoke my shit. Fresh out the dispenser from my dude named Spencer. I keep my Nina on me, I ain't never lonely. And all my niggas know me, I'm that big homie. And I'm a hood star, at a hood bar. Trapping with my young niggas, slinging on the bar. BBS stones over my collarbone. Me and Pac-Man splitting hella racks, man. Playing 2K, never give a bitch a bouquet. Riding in them outrageous whips with them new J's. You know I got that lemon squeeze with that Hennessy. That 4-5 lemon squeeze when they catch me. I'm from another breed, comatose off buying weed. Tupac, bury me in G with my lemon squeeze. You know I got that lemon squeeze with that Hennessy. That 4-5 lemon squeeze when they catch me. I'm from another breed, comatose off buying weed. Tupac, bury me in G with my lemon squeeze. That lemon squeeze, pull it out and make niggas freeze. I'm counting G's, that's why niggas wanna do me. I'm in the streets like a stoplight, nigga please. I shoot with ease, bullets whiz right past you like a breeze. Don't play no games, got niggas that's down to do they thing. City of rain and cocaine, man, it's no thing. Gotta have my lemon squeeze when I'm at the dice game. Cause niggas be feeling like Debo when they get struck, man. He was off that Hennessy, then he started acting bold. Started yapping off like them loudmouth hoes. What? DUI, he from low pro. So he stick to the script, get dough and lay low. You know I got that lemon squeeze with that Hennessy. That 4-5 lemon squeeze when they catch me. I'm from another breed, comatose off buying weed. Tupac, bury me in G with my lemon squeeze. You know I got that lemon squeeze with that Hennessy. That 4-5 lemon squeeze when they catch me. I'm from another breed, comatose off buying weed. Tupac, bury me in G with my lemon squeeze.
Out. Ay, chop a dish or two, I chop them out. Ay, we be popping out. Ay, get your ass whacked for what you talking about. Shoot shots, then we bouncing out. Ay, chop a dish or two, I chop them out. Ay, we be popping out. Ay, get your ass whacked for what you talking about. Niggas talking like they drillin', but I know they ain't. No stripes in the damn hood, you ain't never ain't. Fuck a beach treaty, I ain't never tryna moderate. I be starving for this beef shit like I ain't never ate. I know you don't want this, cause I've been navigating through these streets, don't need no compass. On some dumb shit, put a foe a bit of sun kiss. Bullets hit your back, couple inches from your bows this. Had to switch it up, you gon' need help. Had an ambulance come pick you up. You ain't seen this, fast like Uber, how I'm pulling up. And I ain't talking, an empty tank when I come and fill you up. Shoot shots, then we bouncing out. Ay, chop a dish or two, I chop them out. Ay, we be popping out. Ay, get your ass whacked for what you talking about. Shoot shots, then we bouncing out. Ay, chop a dish or two, I chop them out. Ay, we be popping out. Ay, get your ass whacked for what you talking about.
Get your ass whacked for what you talk about. White, chalk 'em out. 4-4 bulldog, get me barking loud. Blow out your eardrum. Why you want to smoke, you real dumb. You wanna feel something, then take these shots, nigga. I'll kill some. We in the field hunting. For them ops about to drill something. I got a little something. Set my gun connect, that's real money. My nigga crash dummy. He never hesitate to blast for me. And all my hoes work. And they don't hesitate to get cash to me. That's what it's supposed to do. I run with the chosen few. Big guns when we popping out. And we gotta expose your crew. No doubt, white chalk a nigga out. Shoulda put run in your mouth. Run in your house, shoot your spouse. Brain matter on the couch.
Shoot shots, then we bouncing out. Ay, chop a dish or two, I chop them out. Ay, we be popping out. Ay, get your ass